destroy your life. Our program offers a complete medical detox plus inpatient drug and alcohol treatment. Your insurance may cover 100% of treatment. Many have already completed our program and are living substance-free lives. Call for your free consultation now. 800-210-5811. That's 800-210-5811. Is one phone call away. Call 800-210-5811.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Some day baseball from Camden Yards. Sox kick off a 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming up in about 35 minutes. And before we go any further in our pregame coverage, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. And here is Alex Cora with our very own Will Fleming.
First in Baltimore with the manager, Alex Cora. It's a beautiful day for Orioles opening day. It's kind of cool, Alex, that 3 times in the first week you get to have the adrenaline of opening day.
Yeah, it's cool, but, sometimes, schedule-wise, it doesn't help, right? But it is what it is. We knew that actually 4, if you include Monterey. Can't wait to get home on Friday. That'll be fun, but obviously we got business to do here in Baltimore against a good team. They play pretty well against Toronto. I know they'll be ready for today, but also are we.
Richard was really good yesterday. Now, he got hit a little bit in that last inning, kind of turned the game, but what did you see from him in his first start of this year?
Yeah, he did a good job. He pounds the strike zone, actually, probably a little bit too much, right? Yeah. The last homer against Garcia, 0-2 pitch. Obviously, we didn't want to throw a breaking ball in the zone. We wanted to expand, but we didn't do it, and we paid the price. But overall, basically what he did in spring training, what he did last year, threw a lot of strikes with good stuff, and, he'll be ready for his next one.
Alex, you're always thinking with your bullpen, not about the next inning, but the next day, the next week. If Fitz can get you through that 6th inning, is yesterday a day where you might deviate with Garrett a little bit and give him 1 inning and then maybe have him ready today?
No, we were thinking 2. We're trying to avoid the 1. That's something that we actually talk about in 21 and throughout the years that he was a starter. It was a good spot for him to come for the 7th and 8th, take care of Slade, Chappie, close it, but it didn't happen. I think, Slade did a good job yesterday. Wilson did an outstanding job. One thing about Willie, he can get lefties and righties out, which is very important, right? Because, it's not always about the platoon advantage or handiness advantage, there's certain guys that they struggle against lefties, even if you're a righty, and having Wilson here is very important. And, for a 4-game series, we lost 3 out of 4, but as far as where we at bullpen-wise, we're in a pretty good spot, and that's something that if we can take care of guys over 162 without burning them, we're gonna be good the rest of the season.
Campbell and Abreu again, powering your offense. Is it hard today to give Willier a day off?
Not because of the physical part of it. Short camp, running the bases a lot in 4 days is perfect for him today. He's not starting, but he might come in and get a big at bat or play defense, But you gotta be careful, I think it's more the physical aspect of it, and obviously too, having Romy and Ref kind of we map it out, and all of a sudden there's no lefties, and we get 1, so why not go out there? But this is not about Casas or Abreu. This is more about Gonzalez and Refsnyder.
And both of them were such important parts of your team last year, Alex. It seemed like in different roles, no matter what you gave them, if they started, if they came in off the bench as pinch hitters, both were so great. How's Rob's health, and what do you think about those two going into today?
He's doing good. He's doing okay. That's why he's playing. We miss him the other day, right, when they brought in Garcia. It was a big situation there. Romy gets the walk right away, so he contributed. And then there was an at-bat there. We used Wonger, which I'm trying to avoid, right? When it's an off day, it's an off day for him. But obviously, the situation we were in, we needed to do it that way. But, they're weapons. They're really good, and they make, the opposition make decisions, tough decisions, and I'm glad they're playing for us.
And it gets a little bit easier for them here today in left field. The Orioles bring the wall back in a little bit. It's been an ongoing thing in one of the great ballparks in America. They keep sort of tweaking the left field wall. Are you glad to see it come back in a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, yes or no, we'll see. But we don't have lefties on the rotation for a while here, and all of a sudden we have two going back-to-back days, and the wall is in. Now, I agree with you. This is a beautiful facility, one of my favorite ones, and the last few years it looked odd, right, with that big gap there, and we'll see how it plays out. But as far as like the facility, I agree. This is one of the best.
Tyler O'Neill's in the other dugout. He'll be in there, of course, today against Sean Newcomb. I hope he doesn't feel like this is another opening day for him. Yeah.
Good player, great individual, great family. He did an outstanding job for us, and I'm happy, he was able to cash in. Obviously, he's in the division, but it is what it is. We got a job to do, and it's to get him out.
Alex Bregman was outspoken yesterday after the game. He said he's not worried at all, and of course he's not. It's 4 games. But I'm sure you were happy with the particular things that he said about how everyone is so driven to work hard and succeed here.
Yeah. I mean, we're doing things the right way, and at one point, we're going to look back at Texas and be like, okay, cool, that was tough, quote unquote, but we're in a good spot, man. It's a group that is still young. They're learning. There's a new step for this group, expectations, right? And it's 162. It's not only 4, right? And just come here, win the series, and move on. And hopefully, this weekend it'll be fun at home.
And lastly, Sean Newcomb on the mound for you. You've talked a lot about how throwing the cutter for strikes is so important for him. What about against this specific Baltimore lineup? What's important for him?
I'll give you a nugget. Last year, when we pitched ahead in the count against them, they only hit 1 home run. When we pitched behind in the count, I don't know the amount of homers they hit, but they hit plenty. Yeah. So we have to dominate 0-0, and then after that, we can expand and then get them out.
We'll always love a good nugget. Thanks, Alex. Good luck today.
Thank you, Will.
Yeah, great nugget there from Red Sox manager Alex Cora. So there you go. The key for Sean Newcomb, make sure he gets ahead, because this Orioles team, even though they're without Anthony Santander, he's now with the Blue Jays, and Gunnar Henderson is not in the lineup today, along with Colton Cowser, who just hit the IL. This team has already hit 10 home runs this year, and last year they hit 235, which was second in Major League Baseball, only behind the Yankees. Time now for today's starting lineup, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. And here's a 9 for the Red Sox going up against the left-hander Cade Povich. Jarren Duran, he leads things off. He's in left field. Batting second, Rafael Devers, all eyes and ears on him, hoping that he can bust out of this 0-for-16 start. He's the DH, and then 3 through 9 in the lineup, all right-handed hitters. Alex Bregman at third, Rob Refsnyder out in right field, Trevor Story, the shortstop, Christian Campbell at second, and then 7, 8, 9 looking like this. Romy Gonzalez at first, Connor Wong, the catcher, Cedon Rafaela, the center fielder. You heard Alex Cora talk about Wilyer Abreu. Obviously, he's gotten off to such a hot start, but he said about this game, it's not about Wilyer, it is about Rob Refsnyder and Romy Gonzalez, making sure that both of those guys get into this game with a left-hander on the bump. There isn't going to be a left-hander for the next week here coming up against the Red Sox. So they're going to be facing a slew of right-handed pitchers on the mound to start games. So that is why Rob Refsnyder is in along with Romy Gonzalez. No Tristan Casas, no Wilyer Abreu. On the other side, give you the Orioles lineup quickly. Jordan Westburg, he leads things off. He's at second base. He already has 3 home runs this year. Adley Rutschman, the catcher, batting second. Tyler O'Neill, our old friend, he's out in left field. He does have 1 home run. Of course, he hit that on opening day. 6th straight opening day, he went deep. Ryan Mountcastle, he's hitting in the cleanup spot at first base. Heston Kjerstad, the designated hitter. Ramon Laureano out in right field. And then 7, 8, 9, Cedric Mullins in center. Ramon Urias, the third baseman. And then the kid, Jackson Holliday. He does have a homer this year, 4 for 15. He is the shortstop. And Sean Newcomb makes his Red Sox debut. He went 1-0 with an 0.63 ERA in 5 appearances and 4 starts in spring training. Only allowed 1 run in 14 1/3 innings. We'll see how much he uses that cutter, how he utilizes the rest of his pitches, and fulfilling a childhood dream as a kid originally from Middleborough, Massachusetts. You can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. With so much love, you won't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. When we come back, we'll get you the Subaru of New England scoreboard update and also get you the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Red Sox versus O's coming up in about 25 minutes. I'm Joe Weil. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
If you or a loved one are a Rhode Islander over 55 or living with a disability, the Rhode Island Aging and Disability Resource Center, or ADRC, is your resource hub for aging and disability support. Simplify your search for answers and get free expert guidance on long-term care, including Medicare, housing, and more. Call 401-462-4444 to talk with an ADRC specialist or search RIADRC online, a service of the Rhode Island Office of Healthy Aging.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle Grow organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple, but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
If you're in the market for Michelin tires, get to Town Fair Tire and get them at the guaranteed lowest price. With Michelin's innovative technologies designed for durability and performance, you can trust you're getting the highest quality tires over all the toughest of road conditions. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. So if you're looking for the best deal on Michelin tires, get to Town Fair because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, is the best place to bet on sports. There's an absolutely loaded sports calendar this week, whether you're into basketball, baseball, hockey, or any other sport. Check out some of their exclusive promotions, Dinger Tuesday, Hump Day parlays, and golf profit boost tokens over the weekend. Right now, new customers who join me on FanDuel get $200 in bonus bets with any winning $5 bet. Just visit FanDuel.com/Hill to make every moment more with FanDuel. You got to be 21 or older and present here in Massachusetts. Opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who make the correct pick. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And hope is here. GamblingHelplineMA.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support. Play it smart from the start with GameSenseMA.com or call 1-800-GAM-1234.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle Grow organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And this is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Joe Weil with you inside the WEEI Red Sox studios as we get you set for Red Sox versus Orioles. First pitch coming up in about 20 minutes in what is the home opener for Baltimore. Red Sox 1-3, Orioles 2-2. They split a 4-game series against the Toronto Blue Jays. Here's the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. And my lock of the game is going to be with the guys making their first start of the season. That is Rob Refsnyder and Romy Gonzalez. These two dudes mash left-handed pitching. Refsnyder, since the start of 2021, has a .407 on-base percentage against left-handed pitchers. Last year, he had a .941 OPS against lefties. And then Romy Gonzalez, this was his slash line last year against left-handed pitching. .302 average, .362 on-base percentage, and a .517 slugging percentage. So my lock of the game is these guys are going to be factors against Cade Povich, the starter for the Orioles, who last year went 3-9 with a 5.20 ERA. He made 2 starts against the Red Sox last year and lost both of them, and he did give up a home run to Rob Refsnyder, who is a career 3 for 5 against him. So Refsnyder's already had some success against him. Romy 1 for 5 against Povich in those games in which Povich pitched against the Red Sox. So my lock of the game is those two guys being a factor on offense in this one. It's time now for the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. In the division, the Yankees not playing today, and of course they got off to a 3-0 start by sweeping the Milwaukee Brewers. But Tampa Bay is playing today against Pittsburgh. That is a 7:05 start time. To that game, Tampa Bay beat Colorado 2 times out of 3 in the opening series. Pittsburgh, meanwhile, they lost 3 games to the Marlins in that opening series in walk-off fashion. So a tough start to the year for the Buccos. Meanwhile, Toronto's taking on the Washington Nationals. That is a 7:07 start time. The Blue Jays, as I mentioned, split a 4-game set against the Baltimore Orioles. Couple games in progress right now. Brewers and Royals, no score, top of the first inning in Milwaukee. Royals dropped 2 out of 3 against the Cleveland Guardians to begin their 2025 campaign. And then the Twins and White Sox are going head-to-head. That has no score in the bottom of the first inning in Chicago. Twins 0-3 to start out the season. They got swept by the St. Louis Cardinals, who, of course, the Red Sox will be hosting to kick off their home slate at Fenway Park. Games coming up later today. Phillies at home against the Rockies, 3:05 start time to that. Marlins at home against the Mets, that's at 6:40. Reds and Rangers squaring off at 6:40 as well, that in Cincinnati. And then the Cardinals are at home against the Angels, that's a 7:45 start time. Astros at home against the Giants at 8:10. Astros took 2 out of 3 against the New York Mets to begin the season. Padres are 4-0, one of 3 unbeaten teams in Major League Baseball. They take on the Cleveland Guardians. And the Padres, they swept a good team in the Atlanta Braves. 9:40 start time there. Seattle at home against the Tigers. That's also a 9:40 start. And then the last game on the slate, it is the Oakland A's against the Chicago Cubs. That begins at 10:05 out into Sacramento. Before we close out our pregame coverage, wanted to highlight one of the top prospects, the top prospect in Major League Baseball, Roman Anthony. He had a big day yesterday in Syracuse.
The 1-1. Hammered high and deep out the right field. No doubt about this one. Long gone for Roman Anthony.
110 off the bat, 412 feet. Roman Anthony in the air, left field and deep, back, and 2 home runs for Roman Anthony. 1 to right, 1 to left for the #1 hitting prospect in baseball.
Yeah, he's trying to knock down that door to the big leagues and join this Red Sox team. 2 homers, 2 walks, 4 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and then he hit 3 balls over 105 miles per hour in yesterday's game against the Syracuse Mets. I had a chance to catch up with Roman before the start of the Woo Sox season, and I asked him about Christian Campbell making his big league debut and what it meant to him and Marcelo and how much he is excited to eventually join this Red Sox team.
It is super motivating that it's like, okay, now one of them is actually there, and it's time to all meet back up at the top. So it's motivating, super happy for him. Gonna, enjoy watching him for the time being and hopefully just join him as soon as possible.
Time to meet back up at the top. That's exciting to hear. And we'll see in how much time that ends up happening with Roman Anthony and Marcelo Meyer, two top prospects of the Red Sox system. Of course, they're in Worcester. By the way, Brian Bayo making a rehab start tomorrow, working his way back from the shoulder injury. And then Lucas Giolito, he will start Wednesday for Worcester, both those games at Jacksonville. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Red Sox versus O's. Red Sox kick off their AL East slate today at Camden Yards. Thank you to Joe Braverman. Hang tight. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks have the call next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Women's Hoop Show, a podcast hosted by me, Jordan Robinson, brings you fresh women's basketball voices every week. Find the Women's Hoop Show on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Culture evolves at the speed of light, just like your financial needs. When it comes to your money, Credit Karma keeps you in the know and ahead of the game. You can count on Credit Karma to keep up with your financial needs as they evolve. We'll help you monitor your progress and give personalized recommendations so you can make strides towards your goals and find your way to money. Make sure you're on the right track, no matter where you are on your financial journey. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering air conditioning, heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape.
Upgrade your air conditioning system or ductless mini split before the summer rush and receive $500 off a complete heating or cooling system replacement. Visit McFarlaneEnergy.com or check out their 2,800 Google reviews and 4.9 rating. McFarlaneEnergy.com.
Hey, it's Lou Merlone. And while I can tell you firsthand Ortho Laser New England healed my elbow pain, let's hear from someone more qualified on how they've redefined orthopedic care. Dr. Scott Sigmund, board-certified orthopedic surgeon and founder of Ortho Laser.
Thanks, Lou. I founded Ortho Laser to provide a safer alternative to opioids and medications using the proven healing power of laser therapy. Ortho Laser delivers painless relief without needles or side effects. Whether you're recovering from surgery, healing an injury, or managing chronic pain, our state-of-the-art laser works naturally with your body to accelerate recovery. We are surgeon-driven, patient-focused, and partnered with the top orthopedic specialists in the country. Our mission is simple: to help you move better and live your life pain-free once again.
Thanks, Dr. Sigmund. If pain is slowing you down, do what I did and relieve your pain with Ortho Laser New England. Online at ortholaserne.com.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
I'm Jordan Robinson, host of the new podcast, The Women's Hoop Show. Each episode, I'll be joined by a rotating group of women's basketball experts to talk WNBA, college hoops, the new Unrivaled League, and the shifting landscape of the sport. The game is growing, and so are we. Listen to and follow The Women's Hoop Show and Odyssey podcast, available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle Grow organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action. This is... Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo's pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
They're attacking A-Rod or having words, and now they're in a fight.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
Yards in downtown Baltimore, Maryland. We welcome you to a rockin' home of the O's. The national anthem just performed. We'll bring it to you in a moment. One of the best renditions I can ever remember hearing before an opening day. The ball clubs have lined the field. The Red Sox and the visiting Grays, their AL East rivals, the O's, in the home whites. This place is charged up. It is an absolute ocean of orange. One of the most beautiful scenes for baseball anywhere. Camden Yards welcomes the Boston Red Sox for Game 5 of the season. Well, we felt this Thursday in Texas. It was a long and at times plodding opening day ceremony. They announced about 700 people to the Orioles. They had a preamble that made you think they'd won 4 of the last 5 World Series. But as you get closer to the ballgame with the fans into it, and that anthem, which we'll bring you in a moment, I know you've been in this spot, Will. You were in this ballpark for opening day. The orange carpet out in center field. There are few places that can tune you up more.
Might I say I have goosebumps on my goosebumps, Will.
We'll allow that.
The flyover was a little early because of, to your point, the 6,800 people that were announced pregame, but that was really fun. there's nothing better than opening day, even if you're on the road, just a special, special atmosphere.
Well, we'll get it Friday at Fenway Park. And look, Will, this Red Sox team comes off a series in Texas that was a little disappointing, that was flat offensively. Again, you've been on the field for moments like that. Isn't this the kind of environment that can jolt you awake?
So this is... We talked about this little when we weren't live. Like, this is the game where you can come in here and really set the tone, because it's all about the Orioles today, and you come in here and take care of business and make it real quiet in this building real quick.
Well, there were fireworks galore, pyrotechnics all over the field as the Orioles got introduced. It's time now to share with you this brilliant national anthem performed by Gabby Simone, a Baltimore native. Buckle up. It is presented by BuildSubmarines.com. Here's Gabby Simone with today's national anthem.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
Immediately following that final note, "Let's Go O's" began the chants here at Camden Yards. This is a fired-up group in downtown Baltimore. Game time moved up half an hour because of an awful forecast. It is beautiful right now, and we think we should be okay to get this game in. Blue skies, some cottony clouds behind the center field wall. One of the great environments when crowded here in Baltimore, and it has been now for 3 years going. That national anthem brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, where you'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one. They do a lot of that here. They scream at you through the PA, but we'll forgive that for now. The umpires march. Sean Newcomb is out in the bullpen for the Red Sox. What a day this is for him, as if he needed any more adrenaline after that pregame ceremony. The Mass native will make his first start in a Red Sox uniform. He'll be opposed by Cade Povich in his second year in the big leagues. So a couple of left-handers on the mound. Alex Cora, Brandon Hyde, two long-tenured AL East managers bring the lineup cards out. Will, how about today's starting lineups?
Time for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. For the Boston Red Sox, leading off, Jaron Duran. He'll be in left field, followed by Rafael Devers at the DH position. Alex Bregman will be at third. Rob Refsnyder, after not feeling well for a few days, in the lineup playing right. Trevor Story at short. Christian Campbell, who's been swinging a very good bat at second base today. Romy, your homie,
indeed,
is in the lineup today playing first base. Tristan Costa is having the day off, so Connor Wong, he'll be doing the catching, and Cedon Rafaela in center. For the Baltimore Orioles, Jordan Westberg leading off at second base. Adley Rutschman catching. Tyler O'Neill will be in left field. Ryan Mountcastle playing first. Heston Kjerstad at DH. Ramon Laureano in right field today. Cedric Mullins in center. Ramon Urias at third base. And Jackson Holliday playing short.
They got some new ground rules here in this ballpark. They moved the wall in, but it's still not a perfect straight line, symmetrical in any way. So what they're telling Alex Cora is that down the left field line, there's a 373 marker just to the left of the Orioles bullpen, and if a ball hits on the wall to the left of that, it's in play. If it hits to the right, it's out of here. So ever-changing rules in one of the most iconic and beautiful ballparks in Major League Baseball. Hard to believe it's 33 years old. This place looks like it opened yesterday with the beautiful red brick warehouse off in the distance in right field. The Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. The Red Sox 4 steals yesterday in the series in Texas, in which they did not hit a lot. When they got on base, Will, they really took advantage. 8 steals, and I think even with a lefty on the mound today, that has to be part of the game plan.
Right, and we know that's Alex Cora's style, right? He likes causing havoc on the base pass and having guys that go first to third, score from first, but yes, try to steal bases, and you have to do that when you're just not stringing together many hits. And then 6 for 41 with runners in scoring position, you have to try to make things happen.
Alex Cora had to sit Wilyer Abreu today for the simple fact that he needs Rob Refsnyder and Romy Gonzalez to be a part of this team. Povich, the left-hander, is the perfect spot for those two to get in there. Povich is going to lead the Orioles onto the field in just a moment. It's all the talk here. We can go nowhere without people asking us about it. You turn on any baseball show, and everyone is talking about the new Red Sox designated hitter and his struggles to start this year.
Well, there's no way of hiding it at this point. The whole world knows it's on every baseball show you turn on or listen to, and he's got to make an adjustment. And to me, we've talked about it over and over again, the mechanics in his setup have got to change back to where they were, because it's simply taking him too long to get his foot down and making him late to the fastball. And you just can't be late to that and be a good hitter in this league.
Chris Guccione will be the home plate umpire today, the day game. They will have the light blue tops on. Christian Campbell, the last guy to leave the field for the Red Sox. Really, he and Will were the Red Sox 2 best hitters in Texas, and nothing, including a packed orange house like this, seems to faze Christian Campbell.
No, nothing at all. He's so mature beyond his age, and then obviously beyond his experience at the big league level. There does seem to be nerves. At this point, it looks like he's actually just looking forward to being on the field every day.
Povich just about ready to go with the O's. You worked your whole life to be in the major leagues, Will. When you were in the dugout for a moment like this, did you ever just sort of stop and pinch yourself and say, how is this possible for me to be here?
As I got further in my career, when I was young, it was just survival mode, and I was so fired up I couldn't wait to get out there and play ball. But as I got older, I learned to really look around, soak it in, because baseball is not forever as a player.
Is there a tendency on an extra adrenaline day like this to be a little more and maybe too aggressive at the plate?
Absolutely, especially when you're young. That is something that comes with age and maturity and having multiple opening days under your belt, but you're going to be trying to reach the upper deck, and that's not reachable here. Promise.
Jarren Duran is set to lead it off for the Red Sox as Cade Povich, 25 years old, made his major league debut, came over from the Minnesota Twins in the Lopez deal, and he had a really successful month of September for the Orioles, did this lefty Cade Povich. They have been ravaged by injuries. They don't have their best starting pitcher, Grayson Rodriguez. They're down Wells and Bradish and others to start this season at least, and so Povich won out the job as the 5th start. What do you expect from him today?
Yeah, he beat out Albert Suarez, who we saw last year here in Baltimore, who pitched really well against the Red Sox. But Povich had a good spring. He's got a 4-seamer that plays well up in the zone, a curveball and a sweeper that can get chased below, and a good changeup to combat those right-handed hitters.
What a spectacular scene at Camden Yards. Packed house, orange everywhere, but not in the batter's box as Jarren Duran of the Red Sox Traveling Grays digs into the left-handed batter's box. Jarren doubled in the 9th inning last night to set the stage for Alex Bregman, who bat 3rd in this inning. Jarren really starting to heat up. He has loved this ballpark from the left side against the lefty Povich. Excitement in the air. The first pitch, Duran takes high. A fastball, 92 miles an hour. And we're underway. A little bit tardy with all the pregame ceremony. 2:40 the time of the first pitch. Duran drives one high into left field. Tyler O'Neill back onto the warning track. Backpedaling, he's there. That was out of here 6 years ago, but not now, and there's one away.
Back when I was playing on this field, that ball's in the second row. That was well struck by Jaron Duran. Fastball up in the zone. Quick to it, and here comes Raff.
80 degrees time and temp, brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield Marinated Pork. All eyes on Raffy to see what his feet look like. Still wide open. Bouncing up and down with the right foot. The pitch is outside. He has had a good feel for the zone. He's just missing the strikes that he sees.
Yeah, his chase percentage is actually lower than it's ever been at the beginning of the season, but he's swinging and missing at everything.
0 for 16 with 12 Ks. He gets a breaking ball that misses high, a sweeper, and it is 2-0. Devers 0 for 16 with the strikeouts. He has swung 46 times and missed on 30 of them. So unlike him. 2-0, the pitch. Swing and a foul. A little bit better timed up on a sweeper.
I was going to say that swing looked much better.
We keep asking everybody, whether it's Alex Cora, Pete Fatsi, Ben Rosenberg, they think he's making adjustments and is open to change. He has adored this ballpark. 2-1, swing and a big miss. That one was a little long on 93, and it's 2-2.
You know, and you can watch his swing and say, well, he's swinging so hard if he could just let off the gas, but that's not who he is. He always swings that way, even when he's going well.
2 homers in consecutive games here last August. 2-2 has popped up down the third base line, heading onto the track, and it is just out of the reach of the Oriole third baseman Urias. Close, but Raffy hangs in there. I mean, he's destroyed baseballs in this yard, has Devers. He's got the 4th most homers at Camden Yards all-time Red Sox hitter behind Hoppy, Mookie, and J.D. Martinez.
It just showed a nice side view of that foul ball, and he caught it out front. That was much better.
2-2, the pitch. Swing and another foul. It's baby steps for Devers, and we know this. He can get closer and closer and take off.
That's 94 miles an hour. He's also facing a lefty, which can be not as great, obviously, when you're struggling as a left-handed batter.
Down in the first, and Raffy will call for time.
So I think his foot's going to remain open. That's not, it's how far it is back towards the catcher. The closer it is to the pitcher is where it used to be.
2-2 again to Devers. Pitch is high. Really good take. He's had a good feel for the zone. It's 3-2.
It's as simple as, and I say this, when you're struggling, just finding hard contact and driving a ball the other way, for some reason it locks you in. He needs one of those.
3-2. Here it is. Raffy drives it foul on the third base side, so this is at least an 8-pitch at bat. He's making Povich work. For the Orioles, Mountcastle at first base. He is off the line, back to the bag. Westberg at second. Jackson Holliday, sophomore year, at shortstop as Raffy takes ball for a really good plate appearance. He took a sweeper that was off the plate, and for the second straight time Raffy walks, he's aboard with one away.
That was a great at bat. Did he miss 2 pitches in the zone that he normally doesn't miss? Yes, he did, but he found enough contact to work himself into the count, get a sweeper there, 3-2, get himself on base.
So here now is Alex Bregman, who historically has crushed left-handed pitching. Here it is, and he takes a ball low. Curveball, and it is 1-0. Alex, to start the year, 4 for 17 with 2 strikeouts. 1 down, 1 on. The 1-0. Swinging a shot over the leap of the shortstop Holiday and into left field. Devers will head for second and hold there. He sort of stumbles around the bag. Bregman absolutely torches one to the outfield, and the Sox have 2 on with 1 out.
You know, I've noticed with Bregman, now he's just 5 hits on the season, but those line drives he hits, and we have a really nice view in the booth here. We're much lower than we were in Texas, and this is just a missile. Rising 1 iron, it looks like, over the shortstop into left center. Such a hard hit ball, great swing.
And now here the first season at bat for Rob Refsnyder. Speaking of owning lefties, what a chance right here. 2 on, 1 out in the first inning. The pitch is a strike. Pitcher's pitch at the bottom of the zone with a curveball, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, good chance he sees fastballs in off the plate and then off speed. Povich wants a ground ball here. Get out of this inning with a double play ball.
He's loved hitting against the Orioles, too, has Rob. 0-1 is fouled off. He had a pitch to hit there. A little late on it, which is understandable. And it's 0-2. He has hit .345 with an OPS over 1,000 against Baltimore. Dominant as a pinch hitter a season ago, and he gets the start as the cleanup hitter today.
So even if he was still sick, he was going to play today.
No doubt. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Refsnyder up and in. This is such a big part of what makes him special. He will attack early. If he gets behind in counts, Refsnyder is so good at digging out of bad counts.
Sure is. You know, the fastball up and in is a purpose pitch. He wants to go down and away with a changeup here or go breaking ball below.
2 on, 1 out. The 1-2 is exactly that. Changeup that did miss. Rob not phased, and it's 2-2.
You know, I wish I could think through the process like this when I was a player. I would have sat on pitches so much better. But that's just what comes with experience, right? And watching baseball.
And easier from up here than in that box.
Absolutely.
2-2. The pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. Fastball up and in. Just like you predicted. 92 in on the hands. So, with 2 down, here comes Trevor Story. Trevor had such a great spring. 1 for 11, though, to start this year with 3 strikeouts. Had yesterday off in Texas.
I like this matchup for Trevor Story. I really do. The curveballs are working into him, and I feel like the fastball velocity is where it's at, where he can catch up to it.
O'Neill in left is way over toward the gap. The pitch to Trevor. Strike. That was a good curve. And it's 0-1. Devers walked. He's at second. Bregman ripped a single. He leads at first. 1-1 to Story. Here's the pitch. Trevor fouls it off on the third base side. Pretty impressive here from Povich once he got in trouble. 0-2 to the next 2.
He's got that big rolling slow curveball. He loves to use first pitch to steal strikes, because he throws the fastball in so much. If you can catch guys looking for that fastball, they're just not going to swing at that curveball.
No balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Trevor swings and misses. He is gone. More futility with runners in scoring position for the Sox. Half an inning in the books, and what a moment coming up for Sean Newcomb. The Brockton boy takes the ball on opening day in Baltimore. No score after half an inning in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows there's no better time to refresh your kitchen, because right now you can get up to 40% off select major appliances, including GE. Get started with the exclusive GE slide-in range with no preheat air fry and easy wash oven tray. Shop the Spring Into Good Things event now during Springfest at Lowe's. We help, you save. See associate or Lowe's more details and qualifying items. Valid 3/20 through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply.
The PGA Tour is all systems go, and so is the new show, Early Wedge, on the CBS Sports Podcast Network. Join Sportsline experts Sia Najad, Mike McClure, and Eric Cohen alongside myself, Rick Gaiman, Patrick McDonald, and Jason Sobel 5 times per week. The Early Wedge provides the best information for DFS lineups, outright selections, and so much more. Follow and listen to Early Wedge in the Early Edge feed on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Spring in for cheap chicken all week at Shaw's and Star Market. Pick up hot-to-go hand-breaded 8-piece fried, grilled, or rotisserie chicken on sale all week for just $6.99 each. Pick up cheap chicken today at Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Over the past year, 500,000 customers have serviced their vehicles with Herb Chambers. With so many convenient locations, Herb Chambers offers you the most options and the best value in New England. Whether you need routine maintenance, precision diagnostics, or repair, you can rest assured it's done right with Herb Chambers. Our team of factory-trained, highly qualified technicians use state-of-the-art equipment and original manufacturer's parts to ensure your vehicle's safety and performance. Experience our legendary customer service today at Herb Chambers.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Sean Newcomb on the mound for the Red Sox. First pitch, fastball to Jordan Westberg right on the corner, and it is 0-1. Now his heart must be going. Newcomb, the 0-1 from the kid who graduated from Middleborough High School, misses inside to Jordan Westberg, and it's 1-1. He is today 28th Massachusetts-born pitcher to start a game for the Sox. The 1-1. Line down the right field line. Foul. And out of play. And it is 1-2.
Had a really good spring, Newcomb did. added a pitch, added a cutter. You're going to see four-seam, the cutter, and a sweeper, really his main 3 pitches. We just saw a changeup there that was fouled off as a 4th pitch.
1-2 to Westberg. That is a little bit high. Jordan Westberg is one of the Orioles and baseball's best young players. Hot start for him to begin this season. Already 3 homers in 13 at-bats.
That's a good feeling.
Know a thing or two about that to start a season. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Westberg grounds it up the middle into center field, a base hit. That cutter, which has been such a good weapon, got a lot of the zone, and Westberg is aboard. Now Adley Rutschman in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers Cadillac of Linfield and Cadillac of Warwick, I should say. So trouble out of the gates. Orioles are an athletic bunch. They will run some. Wong, the catcher, with Romy holding Westberg over at first. Campbell and Story shade up the middle. Here's the first pitch to Adley Rutschman, the leader of this club. It's a fastball on the corner, 0-1. In case you missed our pregame chat with Alex Cora, he said strike one, the most important thing against these Oriole hitters. 0-1, the pitch is down and in. Cutter, and it's a ball and a strike. Westberg a year ago, only 6 steals in 107 games. 1-1. Pitch is looped into left field. That's a base hit. Adley Rutschman has the Orioles in business. 2 on, nobody out.
Yeah, another base hit on that cutter, that added pitch. Really the pitch that probably allowed him to make this team that he used so much in spring. But guess what? That's why scouts from other teams exist.
Well, now here's the problem for the Red Sox. Tyler O'Neill, who owns the best OPS against lefties in the last 3 seasons, faces the lefty Newcomb on the home opener. And he did it again on opening day in Canada. 6 consecutive times he's gone deep. This is a very difficult spot right away. No score in the bottom of the first. Backed up on the left side of the infield. Here's the pitch, and O'Neill takes a strike right there. Another cutter. Well, he's thrown 3 first pitch strikes. Lost the first 2 hitters. O'Neill, 31 homers, but only 74 driven in for the Red Sox last year. 0-1. High drive down the left field line. Hooking. Foul. We saw a lot of that a season ago, but it's out of play in 0-2.
Yeah, 4-seamer there that Tyler O'Neill was so out in front of. That was 93 miles an hour. He's just begging you to throw him a changeup down and away right here. Big would be a massive strikeout with no outs right now.
0-2. Here's the pitch, and it's down and in. Slurve, they call it on the board. I'm not sure that's exactly the way that Newcomb would identify it.
Andrew Bailey classifies it, or he tells me he has a sweeper and a curveball. Yeah. That one would be classified as a sweeper, but who knows these days? They'll probably have a new name for it tomorrow.
1-2. Here's the pitch. O'Neill takes high the fastball. And it's 2-2. He's such a likable guy, Tyler O'Neill is. Blended so well in the Red Sox clubhouse. He did struggle in these spots, clutch moments for the Red Sox a year ago. 2-2. Big pitch. Here it is. Runner goes from second, swinging a ground ball into left field, a base hit, and the Orioles will take a lead. Westberg took off with a pitch, a hard ground ball on the left side, and Tyler O'Neill, first Camden Yards AB, puts Baltimore ahead 1-0.
Three batters, 3 hard hit balls. They have all, for the most part, been on the ground, but still, nonetheless, 3 hits and a run scored. That was the cutter again. 3 hits, all on cutters.
They did their homework, did these O's. And now this becomes a super challenging and important spot for Sean Newcomb. I mean, this Orioles team is a fast break offense, and especially in this ballpark with all the adrenaline, you're trying so hard to avoid the crooked number. But here's Mountcastle, had a huge season a year ago. He is fooled badly. Good choice there by Newcomb, a curveball in the dirt.
And Mountcastle, definitely a high adrenaline guy. He was going to come up there. He's always very aggressive, especially early in counts, so you can get Chase in the dirt just like that.
Plenty of power. He's not homered in the first few games of the season. Newcomb, first-round pick by the Angels, traded to the Braves where he made his major league debut and pitched for a number of years. 0-1. Pitch is drilled down the left field line. Long run to his right for Duran. He can't get it. It's in for a hit. It's off the bare hand. Jaron kicks it around. Runner around second, over to third. Another run is in. It's a nightmare start for the Red Sox in Baltimore. 2-0 O's.
Definitely want to take a mound visit here, slow things down.
I'll be interested to see how they score that, because I think if Duran gets there, there's a possibility of limiting the runner to third base there, but once he boxed it around, he was coming around. And actually, watching the replay, he was coming around anyway. So it'll be an RBI hit for Mountcastle, a two-base hit, and the Orioles are rolling it home.
And Jaron trying to barehand that ball to give him a chance at throwing him out. I still don't think he gets him, even if he fields it clean. To your point, nightmare start. Once again, 4 hits, 4 cutters.
4 straight guys aboard, and now Heston Kjerstad, a left-hander. And again, especially in this ballpark, this club can get rolling. The pitch is swung on a miss, really good sinker, 94, a little extra behind that one. And that is strike 1. And the Red Sox had 2 on and 1 out. They did not score, and here come the O's. 2 already on the board. 0-1 the pitch. That's outside. Sinker again, and it's 1-1.
Just really not the start this Red Sox team needed after a really tough opening series in Texas.
The Orioles of late have owned Boston. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. And it is a ball and 2 strikes. Won or tied 4 straight home series against the Sox. And here a pitch that is strike 3 on the outside corner. Big time first out for Sean Newcomb.
Yeah, nice breaking ball there for the strikeout looking. Look, he's just going to have to mix it up. He's leaning on that cutter, which makes sense. It was so good in spring. But this Baltimore group came in with a plan, and they have been all over that pitch.
So now they'll get really aggressive, the Red Sox. They'll bring the infield in with runners at second and third and 1 out. Pitch is a little bit low to Ramon Laureano, longtime Oakland A, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, Laureano's got some quick hands on him. And he can run well also.
Second and third, infield in. The pitch is fouled off down the right field side. And it's 1-1.
These Baltimore hitters look very comfortable right now.
1-1. Pitch is in there. That was a beautiful cutter. Probably the best he's thrown, and it's 1-2. Mariano last year was with the Guardians and the Braves. Rangy outfielder. 1-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fantastic breaking ball under the hands, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, nice sweeper there. That's honestly been his best pitch this inning. Almost hit the back leg of Laureano. Has so much side-to-side break on it. See if he sticks with that pitch.
As you can hear, this is one of the true fan favorites, Cedric Mullins. He was really on the leading edge of their youth movement. The pitch to him just inside. He was here before Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson, who's on the IL, and Westberg and all these young stars.
He had that 30 home run season a few years ago.
Stop being a switch hitter. The 1-0 to the lefty is sort of awkwardly caught by Wong, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, really didn't miss the plate by but a couple inches, and Wong couldn't get his glove turned over.
You do want to get him here, even though it's a leverage count for Mullins. You got left on left. Pitch. High pounded drive into right center field. This is huge trouble. It's off the track. It bounces off the wall, and 2 runs come in to score. Mullins delivers. 4-0 Orioles.
Well, I'll let you guess what pitch that was. It was the cutter. Again, they are sitting all over this pitch, waiting for it, and haven't done anything against any of his other pitches. But every cutter in the zone except for one to Laureano has found hard contact.
Now, an absolute disaster for Newcomb and the Red Sox. Still just the first inning. Mullins dancing around at second. The pitch to Ramon Urias is outside for ball one. Newcomb's head must be spinning right now. Here's a swing and a foul back to the screen. So 0-2. 4 straight hits to begin the game, including a double from Mountcastle, 2-run double from Mullins. Leads at second. This one just outside, very close. Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from a Sox pitcher, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Breeze blows left to right as a swing and a miss. He got him, but Newcomb touched up for 4 in the first. Fans in Baltimore love it. They lead 4-0 after an inning. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, it's Jim Costa with Cash the Ticket. Mike Valeni and I are all over the tournament again this March. Breakdowns of every region and every game, who are the Cinderellas, and which team's cutting down the nets. Subscribe and listen to Cash the Ticket on the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts.
In a Toyota truck, the world was made for adventure. Do you hear them? Call you. Mountains blistered by ice. Newly formed ground forged from rock. Unstoppable forces and immovable objects colliding, creating something new. Earth and all its potential wonder. Outlast, outlive Toyota trucks.
When life gets messy, grab Kleenex. All Kleenex brand tissues are made from 100% responsibly sourced fiber, and their cartons feature really colorful designs that are sure to pop in your home, your vehicle, or wherever you need them. And Kleenex has a number of different products so you can try the tissues that feel the best. Selections include Ultra Soft, Soothing Lotion, Antiviral, and Trusted Care. And if you have allergies, check out the Kleenex Helpful Insights at Kleenex.com. For whatever life throws at you, go ahead and grab Kleenex.
For the best deal on tires, head to Town Fair Tire. We beat every competitor every day on every tire. Tire dealers, we beat them. Clubs, we beat them. Online prices, we beat them. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Hey, it's Christian Campbell. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Christian Campbell to lead it off for the Red Sox as we go to the second. They need a spark and then some. This kid's been one. Right-handed hitter, so hot to start the year. Cade Povich throws, and Christian takes a borderline pitch called a strike. And it is 0-1. Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers, Porsche Boston, and Porsche Burlington. The 0-1. Another good take. And it's 1-1. What a revelation he has been. Campbell, 6 for his first 14 with a couple walks. He's got his first home run under his belt, the 1-1. Taken outside. And it is 2 balls and a strike.
Such a good eye at the plate for a young guy. Really gets himself in good counts.
2-1. Pitch is outside. Another good take, and it's 3-1. So 11 total bases in his first 4 games. He's the third Red Sox infielder with that many in their first 4 career games. And I'm sitting with one of the others. The 3-1 is a beautiful fastball for a strike. So he's got 11. In 2012, you had 20.
Sorry about it. Good times.
It was easy to start.
I was decent before I got broken.
3-2 the pitch. Campbell takes a ball. So his third walk. Again, it's a little thing. But that's such a mature at bat with your club down 4 runs.
I love how disappointed he looks when he walks. He's like, oh, but I can hit this guy. Give me another one.
Seriously, I mean, that's just what the team needs. Base runners.
Especially base runners with speed.
Here's Romy. What, a season ago. Limited spring training for him. Right-handed hitter. Pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a nasty curveball. He was looking for heat there. Didn't get it, and it's 0-1.
A lot of times after a long inning, when your pitcher is going back out there, you'll see guys take pitches, at least the first pitch. Romy trying to ambush right there. Didn't get what he was looking for.
3 pinch hit home runs last year, most in baseball. Throw over to first. Campbell dances back to the bag. It's sort of a double-edged sword here, Will. I mean, you're down 4 runs. A more traditional school of thought might say, well, let's not push it. But the Red Sox have run well. They're athletic. Rutschman does throw well behind the plate, and you got a lefty on the mound. 0-1 to Gonzalez. Pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball into left field. A base hit. So here come the Red Sox. 2 on with nobody out. Welcome back to my homie.
That's what he does. Good at bats, hits the ball hard. And right now, discussing stealing bases and being aggressive, right now you don't want to run into any outs because all of them are important when you're down 4 this early.
Well, here's a spot for Connor Wong, who has scuffled big time to begin the year. Everybody focuses on Devers, but I mean, Tristan Casas has been in a real offensive hole, and Connor 1 for 12 with 4 strikeouts.
Trevor Story right there, too.
Here's the pitch, and that's right there on the corner. That is strike 1. You know, Cedon's on deck, then you got the top of the order. And this is not an impossible spot to bunt, but I think the Red Sox feel good about the matchup. Wong against Povich. Campbell at second, Romy at first. Here's the pitch. Wong takes down, and it's too early in the game and in the season to ask Connor to square around, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I'm with you on that. And it'd be different if maybe it was a 1-run game a little later in the game, but early in the game, down a lot of runs right now.
1-1 the pitch. That is a strike on the inside corner. Curveball.
You need a gapper is what you need.
Red Sox threatening again. They're 6 for 43 with runners in scoring position to start the year. 2 on, none out. 1-2. Inside, good take. And it's 2-2. Campbell can fly. He's at second. Romy runs well. He's at first. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That is strike 3 call. Looked to be very close on the inside corner. Wong didn't love it, but he is rung up. And 1 away for Cedon.
It looked in to me just a touch. Strike zone backs up my opinion. It was just off the plate. It's a good take by Wong. That should have been a ball, but didn't go his way.
Too much of that in the early season.
Has been a lot.
But you need the big hit one way or the other at some point. Here's Cedon. Pitch to him is swung on and missed. Man, a lot of early break balls from Povich, and Cedon in total swing mode to begin the year.
Yeah, he's a lot of what looks like an auto swing, right? It's like first pitch I'm swinging, no matter what. No read, you gotta just use those eyes. You use them so well in spring training.
0-1. Swing and a miss. Another curve, and just like that, it's 0-2. Cora said that's just all part of the maturation for the player. It's one thing to do it in spring, but different when there are 3 or 4 decks all around you. 2 on, now 1 out, and 0-2 to Cedon. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on 3 straight curveballs.
And the last one was right down Broadway, right down the middle. Good pitch to hit. That's a mistake by Povich, but Rafaela clearly way ahead of that. Not able to make contact.
The Red Sox have just struck out way too much. 3rd most in the game to open the year. And now you got to lean on Jarren Duran right here. He smoked the ball to left his first time. The pitch here is outside. Fastball 1-0. I think you and I would agree he's at his best as Duran when he thinks left field, and he's done that the last 3 or 4 at-bats.
Yeah, I've seen some hard contact to anywhere from the left field foul pole to left center. It's a good sign.
Cash this rally in. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a high fly into left center field. Mullins back into his right. So to O'Neill. It's off the base of the wall. Campbell comes home. Behind him, Romy. It's a triple for Duran. 2-run score. That thing just kept carrying into the left center field gap. And the Red Sox are within 2. It is 4-2.
You know, the wind is blowing out to what looks like left. This ball came off the bat. Looked hard hit. But it looked like Mullins was going to have a beat on it, and it just kept slicing away from him. Hits right at the base of the ball and sticks at the bottom where they couldn't get to it quick enough. 2-run score, big swing that they've been looking for.
Had to have it. Now, here's Rafi Devers with Duran at third. Jared way down the line, the pitch. Rafi fouls it back. That was close. Got a fastball and just missed it. Duran, who led baseball with 14 triples, just needed 5 games to get his first.
I mean, that's the swing they've been looking for. All of a sudden, you don't feel like you're down 20. All of a sudden, you're a swing away from a tie ball game.
Could it be right here? 0-1 to Devers, the pitch. Ooh, good take. Fastball up and in. And it's 1-1. That play right there, Will, is such an example of the new speed the Red Sox have. I mean, Duran, obviously, but Romy all the way from first. 1-1 to Devers. Pitch. Swing and a soft foul. I think I might have taken a bite out of Rutschman behind the plate, and it's 1-2.
And no results yet, but to the naked eye, the whole eye test, which is starting to dissolve out of this game, he does look a little better today. Hopefully he can get some results.
1-2. Duran, the big swing. He leads at third. 4-2 Baltimore. And Rafi will again call for time. Love to extend this inning for Bregman, who's out on deck. 1-2. Here it is. Good take again. Fastball upstairs. This ballpark today has huge clouds overhead, and they occasionally block the sun. When it breaks through, this place looks like it's totally in Technicolor. Field in fabulous shape. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Devers. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball at 92, and the inning is over. Frustrations continue for Rafi, but big-time swing for Duran. Bottom 2 next. Can Newcomb settle in? 4-2 O's on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Si usted es residente de Rhode Island mayor de 55 años o vive con una discapacidad, el Centro de Recursos para el Envejecimiento y la Discapacidad de Rhode Island, o ADRC, puede apoyarle. Obtenga orientación profesional gratuita sobre el cuidado a largo plazo, Medicare, vivienda y más. Llame al 401-462-4444 para hablar con ADRC o busque RIADRC en línea. Servicio de la Oficina para el Envejecimiento Saludable de Rhode Island.
In a Toyota truck, the world was made for adventure. Do you hear them? Calling to you. Mountains blistered by ice. Newly formed ground forged from rock. Unstoppable forces and immovable objects colliding, creating something new. Earth and all its potential wonder. Outlast, outlive Toyota trucks.
The PGA Tour is all systems go, and so is the new show, Early Wedge, on the CBS Sports Podcast Network. Join Sportsline experts Sia Nejad, Mike McClure, and Eric Cohen alongside myself, Rick Gaiman, Patrick McDonald, and Jason Sobel 5 times per week. The Early Wedge provides the best information for DFS lineups, outright selections, and so much more. Follow and listen to Early Wedge in the Early Edge feed on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A new baseball season means it's time for a fresh start, on and off the field. Step up your smile game this spring with Tend, the official dental care partner of the Boston Red Sox. From routine cleanings to premium whitening and orthodontics, Tend takes care of all your smile needs. Visit our soothing modern studios, conveniently located throughout Boston. Experience dental designed around you. Go to hellotend.com/Red Sox. That's hellotend.com/Red Sox to learn more.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Sean Newcomb back to the mound in the first pitch of the second inning is a rip single into center field off the bat of Jackson Holliday. Contact has just been enormously loud, and I think even though it's early, the Red Sox have got to be talking about Cooper Criswell in their dugout.
Yeah, you got to think so, right? Because, I mean, the pitch count already at 31, but on top of that, it's just the constant hard contact.
Well, I'm not going to try to hurt my arm too much, pat myself on the back, but quite literally, he just stood up in the bullpen. Here's the pitch to Jordan Westberg, strike one. I mean, the Red Sox know this is a long year. This is not a do-or-die game at all, but they do feel like they want to get something rolling here, and they can't let it get out of control.
Right, it's back 4-2. We're looking at a ball game here.
0-1 to Jordan Westberg, who singled his first time. He takes a ball inside.
You're okay using bullpen arms early. You have a day off tomorrow also, so everyone's going to get rest.
And it's really why Criswell's on the team.
100%.
1-1. Love a hard hit ball right at Trevor Story here. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Throw to second. In time, they got him. Wow. I'm sure the Orioles will want to look at that. That is a fabulous job by Campbell coming to the ball and applying a great tag.
Well, it was a great catch and throw by Wong as well. Got rid of it very quickly. But in today's day and age,
they're going to look.
In today's day and age, you can't block the bag. There's a new rule with infielders blocking bases to protect base stealers. Campbell does a good job of jumping out of the way and not blocking the bag, behind the bag, catching it and throwing the tag down quickly.
What do you think?
I think he's safe.
I do too. Real time, I thought he was. I was surprised he was called out. I think the foot touches the bag before the glove hits the leg.
Now, does the foot stay on the bag? It kind of pops up past it. Let's see if the glove of Campbell is still on the waistline right there as it popped off.
I think it might have.
That was very close, and that could help change the decision.
So that is a rule that I hate, but it is the rule.
I'm with you. I don't like that either.
It's not the spirit of baseball. If your foot gets to the bag, you're safe. But in the modern rule book, if the gloves remains on and your foot comes off the bag, you're out.
And it's so hard sometimes to stay on the base. I think he initially beat it, but they will take a look if that foot pops up, because to me it pops up just a touch and his glove is still on Jackson Holliday's right arm.
It's another example of what a freak athlete Campbell is.
Yeah, to adjust like that and know, okay, this throw's taking me here. I can't stand in front of the base. I'm going to have to jump over it and then make the quick tag. Nice athletic play on both ends.
There's Guccione and Edwin Moscoso, the crew chief, about to get the call from New York. Early on in this game, this does feel like a little turning point moment.
I think they're going to get him on coming off the back.
Here we go.
After review, the call stands. The runner's out. Baltimore will lose their challenge.
And that's what happened. I mean, the foot came off the bag, and Campbell kept the tag on.
That's what it was. He initially beat it, and the tag was on just long enough, still on the arm of Jackson Holliday. As that foot just popped off, you'll take it.
No doubt about that. So, I mean, that really is a great combo from Wong and Campbell, because Holliday got a fabulous jump there. Maybe that'll settle Newcomb in. The 2-1 just outside. Fastball, and it's 3-1. That was what defined Connor early in his time, the great pop times. We'll check what that one was. The 3-1 is outside. And so after Wong makes the great throw, he walks Westberg, and that's trouble because here comes Adley Rutschman. As a general rule of thumb for a catcher, anything around 1.9 seconds is a really good time from the moment that the pitch hits the glove till he gets it out of there down to second base. And early in his career, Connor was in the 1/8. Here is Rutschman, who ripped a hit his first time, and a backdoor curveball for strike one. Newcomb's first walk of the day. Story and Campbell pinch to the second base bag. The 1 inside. Last year in July, Rutschman took a pitch off the hand, and he had sort of a different offensive season. In his breakout rookie year, he was awesome from the left side. So much power. 1-1. Swinging a double play ball to second. Campbell flips to Story. Smooth across the bag. In time. Double play. Just what Dr. Newcomb ordered. We go to the third. 4-2 O's. Bregman to lead it off when we return on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
What would you do if you could go back in time with the tap of a button?
Watch the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids?
How'd they do it?
Buy enough Bitcoin to purchase your very own private island.
Or maybe just skip the joke that flopped at the holiday party.
Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to rewind time. But you can rewind live shows with the free Odyssey app.
Never miss your favorite sports talk again. To get started, download Odyssey and search for your station.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Good shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
In a Toyota truck, the world was made for adventure. Do you hear them? Calling to you. Mountains blistered by ice. Newly formed ground forged from rock. Unstoppable forces and immovable objects colliding, creating something new. Earth and all its potential wonder. Outlast, outlive Toyota trucks.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Alex Bregman to lead it off. Keep the line moving for the Red Sox as we go to the third. 4-2 Baltimore. Cade Povich at the belt. He throws, and Bregman, who ripped a liner his last time, takes strike one on the outside corner. Some people in sports don't think momentum is a real thing. I don't have a lot of time for that. The 0-1 pitch is a little bit low. That's a big pitch by Newcomb, and offensively, got to feel like the Red Sox want to keep the gas pedal down.
Definitely. You know, they've had several base runners. Just got the one big hit by Duran, but that kind of made this feel like a baseball game again.
1-1 pitch. Down and in. You got to love Duran. I mean, the guy has just been lacing line drives all over the place. He's now in the third base dugout talking to Alex Cora. He looks like he might as well just be on Manhattan Beach. Hat off. He's got like designer Mike Napoli level sunglasses on. That's true. 2-1. Going to pop foul down the right field line, heading toward the seats behind the tarp, and it's caught. No, dropped in the end out there by Laureano. He was probably spooked by the wall that was coming up on him, so new life for Bregman.
That guy had a pretty loud shirt in the first row, too. That could have spooked him, too. Did you see that thing? That like graffiti all over it. Definitely a ball he'll tell you he should have caught. But you run that far, looking up at the sun, knowing the wall's close, your eyes are bouncing all over the place. Just kind of overran it, took his eye off the ball.
That's a break for Bregman. Rob Refsnyder's out on deck, 2-2. Here's pitch, and it's taken down and in. Curveball, 3-2.
So many times in this game, a play like that happens where an outfielder misses a ball, there's an error made in foul territory, and you make it hurt.
3-2. Here's the pitch. That is strike three called. Right there. Bregman, I think, knew it. Guessing off speed. He is rung up. Povich, 6 strikeouts through 2 1/3.
Fastball literally as far at the bottom of the zone as you can go without it being a ball. Rushman does a great job of catching it on the way up, pulls it into the zone, which Guccione really thought was even higher than it actually was.
So here now is Rob Refsnyder. He takes a ball low. Rob struck out his first time. 4-2 Baltimore. Clouds sort of hiding the sun at the moment. Orange everywhere you look here. 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Wind is kind of swirling. It's now blowing more out to left than it was to start the game. Weather down in the area. 333 down the left field line. 410 to essentially straightaway center field. 1-1. Pitch. Rob swings and misses. 2.
Really is one of my favorite ballparks to come to. As a player, as a broadcaster, as a fan, It's just such a comfortable place to watch a ball game.
1-2 to Rob. Pitch. Fouled off the end of the bat. I was here the day it opened in 1992. Here for Cal Ripken's record-breaking game. This was sort of my childhood ballpark. Growing up in Northern Virginia, we didn't have baseball there, so this was the closest. And I'll never forget walking through the gates here for the first time. That was the beginning of a totally new era for ballparks. 1-2. Swinging a shot into left field. That's going to sink down for a base hit. Ref Snyder just went up and got on top of a high fastball. His first hit of the year, and he's aboard with one away.
You just knew Ref and Romy were going to get knocks today. And hopefully later on they come up in bigger spots, because those are the guys you want in the game against the lefty.
Each has a single, and this is one of those guys you'd like to have too. Trevor Story struck out his first time to end the first. Larry Lucchino's fingerprints all over this majestic ballpark. Pitch to Trevor, foul back. He was timed up on a fastball there. But back to the screen, 0-1. Larry made a site visit here with Janet Marie Smith and the Orioles brass, and they looked out into right field and they saw that warehouse, and Larry said, "That's going nowhere." And it just became the iconic symbol of this place. Ball slamming off of it in the home run derby. 0-1 is inside. Many Red Sox have launched balls out there, whether it's David Ortiz, Wilyer Abreu, Rafi Devers.
JBJ's got a mark out on Utah Street as well.
Which is one of the coolest things I think any team does. If you hit one out there that lands on the street, they put a plaque down on the sidewalk. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Trevor takes a ball outside. 2-1.
It's Ken Griffey Jr., I believe, in that home run derby that has one on the side of the building, which is absurd.
It's so cool. But it's not just the warehouse. It's the proximity of the seats to the field. That was sort of a new addition. It's not a cookie-cutter ballpark at all. 2-1. They throw to first. Ref Snyder going nowhere.
When you see the people on their balconies in the hotels and the apartment complexes, and they're posted up watching the game as well.
And those were not here when this place opened 33 years ago. Perfect scenery in Baltimore. 2-1 to Trevor. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward third. Just foul. Man, out in front of a curve. And it's 2-2. Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 2-2. Trevor trying to find his timing to start the year. Campbell's out on deck. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch. Little blooper down the right field line. Trouble if fair. It is sinking, and it is a fair ball. It dunks in. Ref Snyder round second. Big throw coming to third. It's wide of the bag. Rob will hold there, but Trevor on the miscue heads for second and slides in head first. Wonderful. He's running all around. A fortunate blue hit for Trevor, and the Red Sox have him at second and third.
You know, sometimes the big things don't go right, but Alex Cora baseball teams will do the small things right to keep themselves in ball games. Not a hard hit ball at all. Jam Trevor Story floats it over the first baseman and dunks it in. Great base running by Rob Refsnyder for the read to get the first to third, and then Trevor Story reading the ricochet off the third baseman Urias to get up to second base.
So here now is the kid, Christian Campbell, who walked his first time. Second and third, 1 out. The pitch. Christian drives one down the left field line, but foul. He was ready to go there. He got a curveball and launched it foul for strike 1.
He saw a lot of breaking balls in his first at bat and was ready for it that time. Infield back here, 1 out. Get the ball in play. If you have to give yourself up, do so.
0-1, 4-2 the score. Pitch. Christian fouls it back. He'd like to have that one back. 93-mile-an-hour heater. Now even more important to put it in play. And Will tells you the Orioles will concede the run here. Even back at third, so almost anything back past the pitcher gets a run home.
Like, just touch it. Easier said than done. I know you're facing a big league pitcher, but put the ball in play.
0-2. Pitch. Swinging a shot foul. He did more than touch that. He absolutely ripped a missile. He got another curveball. He is such a fun hitter to watch.
You know, he's making contact on the slow curveball, but also fouled back that fastball that he just missed second pitch of the at-bat. So Povich is thinking, what do I throw here?
0-2. Pitch is good. Take. in the dirt. Changeup he went with there. And again, Campbell lays off it, and it is now 1-2.
What's interesting is he doesn't even flinch at some of these with 2 strikes. He sees the ball so well out of the hand, which is a superpower for some of these players. Many guys, even at the big league level, don't pick it up great until it's halfway to the plate. He's picking it up right out of the hand.
Mature beyond his years. 1-2. Ref Snyder at third. Story at second. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a line hopper up the middle will get the run home. It was squared up. Ref Snyder scores. They do get Campbell at second, but that's another fabulous at-bat. And the Red Sox are within a run. It's 4-3.
Not only did he get the run in, he almost drove 2 in. He hit that ball very hard. The second baseman just standing there waiting on it. Great at bat by the young guy.
He just does so many things, big and small, well. Here's Romy. I mean, I could argue the walk to begin the second that keyed the 2-run rally was a real veteran play. All right, here we go with Romy, who singled his first time. The pitch is popped high down the right field line. This will get into the seats. Even over that scary tie-dyed shirt. I don't know why Laureano gave that such a bid. That was 6 rows in. And it's strike 1 to Gonzalez.
Yeah, as a fielder, now the wind is swirling. Now it's almost blowing to right field. But as it was blowing earlier, as a fielder, you're telling yourself that might blow back into play. I got to get over there just in case.
Subaru New England scoreboard. They're underway. White Sox and the Twins today. 0-1 to Romy. Here's the pitch. And he takes a ball outside. And the White Sox lead Minnesota 9-0. Minnesota swept in their opening series. They're getting pounded today. Andrew Vaughn, a huge day. Royals in Milwaukee lead 4-0. 1-1 the pitch. That's a great take. Sweeper outside, and it's 2-1. Connor Wong would be next. The Yankees have the day off. Nats are in Toronto at 7:07. 2-1 to Romy. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. He went with a curveball. And it's 2-1. I was talking to Ben McDonald, the great pitcher here. Fabulous TV analyst. He made the point. Last year was the 5th consecutive year throughout Big League Baseball. More off speed than fastballs. 2-2. Fouled back. And the point is, there's no such thing anymore as a fastball count.
No, never. Especially you see it with a lot of lefties or anyone who doesn't have an overpowering fastball. They pitch backwards. Hitters counts, you see breaking balls and changeups.
2-2 to Gonzalez. Story leads at third. 4-3 the score. Pitch, swing and a foul. He's battling again is Romy. The Red Sox have gotten back 3 of the 4 runs. They'll have to cash it in right here and tie the game or more.
They're just kind of grinding away at bats, which you love to see. Pitch count of Povich all the way up to 71 already.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Two down in the third. The pitch. Romy takes strike 3 right there. Fastball on the inside corner. Maybe looking curveball. He's rung up. And the inning is over. The Red Sox, though, do get 3. Overall, they trail by a run as we go to the bottom of the third on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Mom, can you tell me a story? Once upon a time, there was born a real estate brokerage that was also a magical app. They called it Redfin, and they're on a mission to get people the fairest deal of them all. With listing fees as low as 1%, Redfin agents charge half of what others often charge, so you have more money to put toward your dream home.
Could it be a gingerbread house?
If the witch wants to sell.
Download the Redfin app to get started. Fees subject to terms and minimums. Equal housing opportunity. CADRE number 01521930.
The Women's Hoop Show, a podcast hosted by me, Jordan Robinson, brings you fresh women's basketball voices every week. Find the Women's Hoop Show on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Spring has sprung, Red Sox fans, and baseball's finally back. Make your lawn Fenway Park quality this season with Pennington Grass Seed. As the official lawn care partner of the Boston Red Sox, Pennington knows how to help you grow a lush, healthy lawn. Whether your yard needs a complete transformation or a simple touch-up, Pennington's got the right solution for you. Gear up for spring with Pennington and grow a lawn you can be proud of. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Join Jones and Keefe in our opening day broadcast at Cask and Flagon along with Coors Light from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come down for the excitement, the food, and of course at Coors Light for a little pregame party before heading into the park. The Cask is the perfect spot to meet up with friends and family before the game. Jones and Keefe will bring the show live to you as they kick off the home opener and celebrate another baseball season. Join Jones and Keefe at the Cask and Flagon along with Coors Light on opening day from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Please drink responsibly.
Look for the WEEI Street Team around Fenway Park after the game on opening day and pick up Drake's Cake's favorites like Devil Dogs and the new Drake's Boston Cream Yodels. Golden cake, delicious cream, and chocolatey frosting. Life's better with cake. Drake's Cakes.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tyler O'Neill leads off the bottom of the third. Newcomb looking for a shutdown inning. He has a good start to it. A cut fastball to O'Neill, who didn't love the call. Called a strike, and it's 0-1. O'Neill singled in a run, his first at-bat at home with the Orioles. The 0-1. High fly down the right field line, drifting toward the chalk, and it's going to bounce in for a fair ball. Refsnyder played it on one hop, but just as Story did in the second. Now O'Neill, good fortune, he's aboard with another leadoff hit.
Yeah, Newcomb made a good pitch there, got in on the hands of O'Neill and just kind of massaged this in the shallow right field for the hit.
For the love of a mouth-watering tender roast, hurry to Shaw's and Star Market right now. Beef eye round roast or bottom round is $3.97 a pound. Or you use the digital coupon limit too. Still nobody throwing in the Red Sox bullpen. Maybe one last chance for Newcomb to settle into this game. 61st career start. Pitch to Ryan Mountcastle. Called the ball, looked good, but cutter, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, just a little low, which is how you should attack Mountcastle, as aggressive as he is in 0-0 counts.
Double play depth, the 1-0 is outside. Sinker. And it's 2-0. He has not won a game as a starter, Newcomb, since 2018. Remember the Braves in San Francisco. 2-0. Dangerous count to Mountcastle. The pitch, that's not even close. A curveball that missed, and it's 3-0.
I'm staring at the left center gap. It is wide open right now. Jarren Duran way over towards the line.
.3-0. Pitch is in there. I think he probably had the right to swing if he wanted to, but he took it. The 110th pitch, brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill, proud to be an official partner of the Red Sox Radio Network. 3-1. Pitch, swing and a miss. Man, he elevated, cutter, and Mountcastle missed it. 3-2.
So in today's game, that cutter plays really well at the top of the zone. So many hitters hit the low ball well with this launch angle era of guys trying to get under the baseball. Up in the zone is where they're susceptible.
3-2 is high, ball 4. So Newcomb has just had so much difficulty early in innings. That's the third straight frame the Orioles have the first two batters aboard. That is no way to live against this offense.
No, absolutely not. Had some success against Kjerstad. Struck him out looking with a curveball his first at bat. Maybe get some more uncomfortable swings. A little double play ball right here.
Stretching and moving in the Red Sox bullpen. Bregman, at least considering the possibility of a bunt, comes in on the grass at third. That would surprise me. Kjerstad takes a pitch outside for ball 1.
I like the thought by Bregman because he knows how uncomfortable Kjerstad was in his first at bat. Maybe a manager will put it on.
Now with ball 1, he backs up a couple steps, does Bregman. Left on left. Here's the pitch. That's right there. Sinking fastball, and it's 1-1. Newcomb is a big dude. Fills out a uniform. Trying to grind through this start right here. Throwing 49 pitches. The next one is swung on a miss. That was a great breaking ball, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Kjerstad did that twice in his first at bat. Really chased down and away. Gears up for the fastball and just not seeing the spin out of his hand.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got to throw it again, right?
You would think so. Here it is. And it's fouled off. He hung that one a little bit. I mean, that was a sweeper that got a ton of the zone. So Newcomb just not real sharp today.
Oh, that's the best way to put it. I mean, his best pitch coming into today was his cutter. Well, Baltimore Orioles knew that. Game plan was to sit on the cutter, look for it, and hit it hard, and they did that.
1-2. Got to get Kjerstad here. 2 on, nobody out. Here's the pitch. And it is strike 3 called. Fastball 95. Bottom of the zone. That's a big first out.
And that's the beauty of making Kjerstad look silly on the breaking balls. And 2 at-bats, he saw this one low out of the zone and was just hoping it was another sweeper down, and it was the fastball for strike 3.
Close pitch. I mean, Chris Guccione has given the pitch, but just maybe one baseball beneath the zone today.
And that's exactly where it was. Perfect pitch.
4-3 O's. 2 on, 1 out. Here is Laureano, who struck out his first time. Campbell trying to keep O'Neill close at second. The pitch is a little outside. What about that? I mean, I don't think there's much risk at all of Tyler O'Neill going anywhere. Does Campbell really need to pay him attention?
Well, Laureano's very pull on the ground, so Campbell is already playing up the middle. So since he's close, he can. And he won't score on a single.
1-0 is a double play ball to short. Story flips to Christian for 1 over to his first. 2 double play. What a cannon by Campbell. And again, Newcomb for the second straight inning gets just what he needed. Staying alive in Baltimore. We go to the 4th inning, 4-3 O's on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Women's Hoop Show, a podcast hosted by me, Jordan Robinson, brings you fresh women's basketball voices every week. Find the Women's Hoop Show on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
In a Toyota truck, the world was made for adventure. Do you hear them? Calling to you. Mountains blistered by ice. Newly formed ground forged from rock. Unstoppable forces and immovable objects colliding, creating something new. Earth and all its potential wonder. Outlast, outlive Toyota trucks.
Join the Candy Crush All-Stars tournament now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
Make it to the live final for your chance to win a share of $1 million. Play Candy Crush now.
Get your game on, go play.
Selected level 5+ 18+. In-game event ends 0300 EDT 27 April. Win the in-game event. Receive an invite to the live contest in June in California. Requires U.S. travel. For terms and conditions, visit 2.game.com/terms.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available.
Hi, this is Connor Wong. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Connor Wong leads it off in the 4th inning for the Sox. They're within a run as Connor, looking for a big hit, get him out of an early season slump, takes one outside for ball 1. 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids, the fastest way to get rid of an old car. Donate today. 1-0. Connor takes a ball in the dirt. Povich in this frame feels very gettable for the Red Sox.
Yeah, and this could be his last chance, right? And they bring in a righty. To your point earlier, you lose a couple guys in your lineup, but you do gain Wilyer Abreu. So there's that.
I think it would be very likely that if that happens, the Red Sox certainly would go to Abreu and maybe Casas as well. 2-0 to Wong. Povich delivers. Connor fouls it right back. I'm not sure that was in the zone. It was a fastball right there. 91 miles an hour, not timed up, and it's 2-1. Some of these Red Sox right-handed hitters could really use a big hit. 2-1 is a ball. Good take by Connor. And 2 of them begin this inning in Wong and Rafaela.
It's another chance in an advantage hitters count. If he can be aggressive here, something in the zone.
3-1. Here's the pitch. Connor, soft ground ball on the left side. Povich has got it. He throws to first after a spin. in time, one away. I mean, that's a 90-mile-an-hour fastball right in the zone, and Connor sort of cued it off the end of the bat.
Yeah, and in a hitter's count, look, I get misses happen, but you just want to be more timed up on fastballs. Just got enough to get that to the pitcher's mound. Need a more aggressive approach there.
Here's Cedon. He struck out his first time. 1 out, pitch. Swinging a high fly deep and foul down the right field line. He finally got a first pitch fastball, a little late on it. He swung, and it's 0-1. Rafael could be such an electric player. One for his first 13 with 3 strikeouts. 0-1. Swing and a miss. He's changed his hand position. He's got the leg kick going, trying to be a little bit more direct.
I would like to see him put the driver away and maybe hit 3-iron off the tee box, if you know what I mean. Take a little bit off of his swing.
That's a decision I have to make all the time. The 0-2. Swinging a soft ground ball toward third. It stays fair. Handled over there by Urias. He throws to first in time. Very nice play to get the speedy Cedon. And they're 2 away.
Another weakly hit ground ball. This was obviously with 2 strikes. It's a curveball below the zone. Cedon did expand, trying to protect the plate. Just you hit one of those and you're just hoping it goes foul somehow, but
or hits the bag.
Right. Yes, for a double.
Here's Jaron, who sparked everything with a 2-run triple his last time. He smashed the ball to left twice here today. 2 down. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Continue to go away from him. He's hit 2 balls really hard to left field. You would think Povich would try to pitch into Duran, but first pitch fastball away.
0-1. Here's the pitch, and that is another one outside. The one cool thing about Jaron, well, there are more than one, but when he's locked in that way, the other way, we've seen him hit balls 400 feet on mistakes on the inside.
Yeah, his bat path is just so clean at times.
4-3 Orioles. 1-1 pitch is fouled off. He kind of pulled off that one just a little bit, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that one was painted. 92 right on the black. Good swing by Jaron, just under. To your point, it looked like his body leaked a little bit towards right.
He is all of a sudden red hot at the plate, Duran. Devers on deck. 1-2 with 2 down in this 4th inning. Povich doesn't know what he wants to do. The pitch is in the dirt. That was a long wait with the bases empty to go to a curveball in the dirt.
A little bit of gamesmanship as well. You try to throw off the timing of the hitter. When you don't have overpowering stuff, you have to mess with the timing.
So now 2-2 to Duran. Pitch outside. Another great plate appearance. Full count. Red Sox baseball brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Red Sox. 3-2 to Duran. He drives one foul on the third base side. Something tells me you've driven a Ford truck or 2 in your life.
I may have. We just came from my homeland of Texas, the Republic of Texas.
It's fun to be down there with you.
It was fun. I got to see my mom and dad. Got to see my sister, one of them.
3-2 pitch. Duran, soft ground ball on the right side to his left. The Orioles' second baseman, Westberg. He throws to first, and Duran is gone. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Povich. See if Newcomb can keep it going. 4-3 Baltimore. Bottom 4 next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In a Toyota truck, the world was made for adventure. Do you hear them? Calling to you. Mountains blistered by ice. Newly formed ground forged from rock. Unstoppable forces and immovable objects colliding, creating something new. Earth and all its potential wonder. Outlast, outlive Toyota trucks.
College sports hold a mythic place in American culture, but sometimes the drama off the court overshadows the action on it.
The higher-ups are concerned about one thing, and that is avoiding scandal.
I'm Margot Gray. On the new podcast, Campus Files, we cover everything, including some of the biggest scandals in college sports. Listen to and follow Campus Files, an Odyssey original podcast, available now on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Rhode Island Lottery Wild Money players had some luck in March with almost back-to-back jackpot wins. The $295,000 jackpot was hit in Coventry, and 2 days later, the $22,000 jackpot was won in East Providence. Where will the next win happen? Please play responsibly.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cedric Mullins is going to lead this off here in the bottom of the fourth. The Red Sox bullpen is going now, and he drives the first pitch high into shallow right center field. Campbell will call off Story, and with the shades off, Christian is there to make the play. I don't think that is Cooper Criswell.
That's Weissert.
So that tells you he's up in case Newcomb gets in trouble in this inning. He would come and try to clean up the mess. But that is the first time all day that Newcomb has retired the leadoff man in an inning. Here now, Ramon Urias, who takes strike one, sinking fastball, and it's 0-1. Clouds are looking a little bit more ominous here in Baltimore. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Changeup, not close, and it's 0-2.
Very good changeup.
Herb Chambers' batting order, beg your pardon, Will. Herb Chambers, Lincoln of Norwood, and Lincoln of Westboro. 0-2. Pitch. Foul back to the screen. That would probably got a little bit too much of the zone in an 0-2 count. But he got away with it. 58 pitches thrown for Sean Newcomb.
We're back in 2020.
0-2 is outside.
The Ramon Urias won a Gold Glove.
Yeah.
It's 2022. He came to the plate earlier, and I'm thinking, he won a Gold Glove, right? And I'm thinking, am I thinking Luis Urias? I'm getting them mixed up. It was Ramon.
It was, and Jorge Mateo had one too. The 1-2. That's one thing Mike Elias and these Orioles really have prioritized: defense. 0-2 to 2-2. Jackson Holiday on deck to pitch. Line drive down the right field line, slicing foul. And out of play. They put the lights on now here at Camden. Clouds are much darker overhead. Rain expected around 6 o'clock, and this game is not exactly flying along. Only in the fourth inning, 90 minutes in. 2-2. Pitch. Hard ground ball on the left side. Bregman dives. He can't get it. It's off of Story's glove and into the outfield. So Urias has a one-out single.
Ball hit by Urias, just perfectly placed. And we know how great Bregman's range is to his left in that 6-hole. Even the diving Alex Bregman couldn't get to that one.
So now the wheels are turning in the Red Sox dugout because you got the right-hander Weissert warming. This is Holiday, a left-handed hitter. You want Newcomb to face him, but then Westberg on deck, the righty. Here's the pitch, and that's high and outside. On deck after him is Rutschman. Now, typically, I think you'd like him to hit right, although that's become something of a strength for him. I think certainly Weissert would face Tyler O'Neill. 1-0 the pitch is a ground ball back to the mound. Newcomb has it to second for one. Over to first, double play. Third time's a charm.
Bend but don't break, right?
3 innings in a row. Newcomb gets a beautiful double play. That might be it for him. We will see. We go to the 5th inning, 4-3 Orioles on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Survivor 48 is here, and after every episode, dig deep into the show with On Fire, the official Survivor podcast. Listen to On Fire, the official Survivor podcast with me, Jeff Probst, every Wednesday after the show, wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra, or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers, according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.39 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/31/25.
In a Toyota truck, the world was made for adventure. Do you hear them? Calling to you. Mountains blistered by ice. Newly formed ground forged from rock. Unstoppable forces and immovable objects colliding, creating something new. Earth and all its potential wonder. Outlast, outlive Toyota trucks.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, Cade Povich continues here as we go to the top of the 5th. This might be his last hitter. They got a righty up, do the Orioles. Bowman is throwing. Devers has walked and struck out. We got a violation? No. Maybe he just didn't make eye contact with Devers.
I think that's what that was.
Some leniency from Chris Guccione. Pitch to Raffy. He is low and in the dirt. You got Bregman on deck, and then scheduled to hit would be Refsnyder, but again, you got Abreu, you got Casas, other options. I think Alex is going to go very aggressively today. 1-0. Raffy swings and fouls it off. Sweeper, and it's 1-1. So he's now 0 for 18 with 13 strikeouts.
Bowman's getting ready really quickly.
Yeah.
He could be even coming in the game for Alex Bregman.
I think that's very possible.
Yeah.
1-1. Darkening skies here. Raffy bouncing that right foot pitch. Swing and a foul. It is grasping at straws to say that some of these foul balls have looked like better swings from Raffy.
But it's true.
It is.
The timing is better. He is more balanced. He does look a little more comfortable. Just no results yet.
1-2. Pitch. Swing and a soft grounder. Foul. I thought he hit that twice with the bat. So it is ruled dead.
Might even bounced off of his legs. It's hard to tell. Definitely hit something. Yep, right off his chest.
Hopefully he was still in the box. Leading off the 5th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bregman next. 4-3 Baltimore. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Raffy takes outside. It's 2-2. He continues to stay patient. I think Chris Guccione hearing a little bit from the Orioles dugout, but that looked like a ball.
Yeah, it was like 8 inches off the plate.
2-2 is again a ball.
Same spot.
Exact same spot. They think Raffy's going to chase that. He won't, and it's 3-2. Povich settles in at the belt. See if he challenges Devers here. Here's the payoff. Devers takes strike 3 this time. That was borderline. This time Guccione gives the call. There's one away, and that will do it for Cade Povich.
Yeah, fastball right on the black. It was a pitcher's pitch, but 2 strikes there. You got to at least be trying to foul that pitch off.
So 2 more strikeouts for Devers. 14 in 19 at-bats. And Povich, who fanned 8 today, will get a nice hand. So we'll see what Alex Cora does now with a right-hander coming out of the Oriole bullpen. Remember, it's still only the 5th inning. Sometimes Alex wants to wait a little longer for higher leverage at-bats, but I don't know. I think Abreu screaming right now. There's a chance that he could get a few in this game. All right, we'll step aside for a moment, but first, let's take 10 seconds for station ID in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI Studios. 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Matt Bowman coming on out of the Oriole bullpen. We'll tell you about him. Set the scene for Bregman. 4-3 Baltimore on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
During this call to the bullpen, your New England Ford dealers remind you that this is the perfect time to check out all their great Ford truck offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on Ford F-150, built Ford tough and smarter than ever. The legendary Super Duty, our most capable heavy-duty pickup, and the turbocharged Ranger, ready for your next adventure. Visit buyfordnow.com and see why now's the time to buy or lease your new Ford truck.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturrow Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Matt Bowman is on for the Baltimore Orioles, longtime Major League veteran, 33 years old, pitched very well in an Orioles loss yesterday in Toronto. So he'll go back-to-back days, and he'll see Alex Bregman. Well, Rob Refsnyder was out of the dugout, and he remains there. He's going to take his glasses off, so they'll let him hit here in his first start of the year. Bregman is in there, and he takes a cut fastball for strike one in the corner.
Bowman can be uncomfortable for righties. He's all the way over on the third base side of the rubber. Throws a heavy sinking two-seamer and a slider off of that.
0-1. Pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Shallow left field. Long run in for Mullins, the O's center fielder. He's there to make the play on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Martin Perez has something special going. A no-hitter. And they're in the bottom of the sixth inning on the south side of Chicago. So Martin is through 6 no-hit innings.
Right. How many pitches he's at?
Here's Rob Refsnyder, who will face Bowman. Here's the pitch. And a check swing. Looked like he went around. He did. And it's 0-1. So Raffy on the far side of the dugout is talking it over with Wilyer Abreu, which I like. Just sprinkle some of the pixie dust on Raffy.
Yes.
I mean, he doesn't look that upset overall, which is not, I don't think, a bad thing. The 0-1. Swinging a ground ball on the left side, through into left field, a base hit. Alex Cora is something. Off the end of the bat, Refsnyder allowed to stay in the game, and he gets a 2-out knock.
He knows his players, right? And had it been a big righty with heavy velocity, maybe you go to Casas, but the sinking fastball slider combination, Refsnyder can handle, and he proved that last year when he got so many at-bats early.
So here comes Trevor's story. The other thing to keep in mind with Alex Cora, as the pitching coach is going to come out for the second hitter, this kind of thing drives me absolutely mad. I think this has to be a rule change. The guy was just in the bullpen with the bullpen coach, knowing he's going to face these hitters. And now, after one batter, you're out to the mound to talk it over?
This is interesting. This makes absolutely zero sense. I'm trying to sort out what the heck they could be talking about. But as all baseball players do, both have gloves and bare hands covering their mouths, since all baseball players known lip readers.
It's the CIA. I mean, maybe he saw something mechanically, or maybe he didn't like the pitch choice to Refsnyder, but that just doesn't happen in other sports. Anyway, 93 pitches thrown for Martin Perez. But I was going to say, the other thing to keep in mind for Alex Cora is that he's got some real struggling hitters at the bottom of his order. And he might be saving guys like Abreu for that part of the lineup card.
Right, especially you get a couple guys on, and you need a big swing.
So,
good point.
One aboard. Refsnyder is there with 2 down. Here is Trevor's Story, who singled on a blooper to right field his last time. Bowman is ready. He throws, and Story fouls one right back. Man, that was a cutter, and if you drew lines to the exact middle point of the strike zone, that's where that pitch was.
You've seen so many of these guys swinging just under. How many straight back foul balls have these guys had over the last few days?
0-1 to Story. Snyder leading. He goes. The pitch is outside. Throw from Rutschman. Not in time. The running Red Sox are back at it. That is fabulous instincts from Snyder. He's got a steal, and he's into scoring position for Trevor Story.
That, and hats off for the preparation by Kyle Hudson. He does such a good job of the preparation, watching these pitchers. Everyone that comes in, they have certain little things about them where these base runners get really good jumps.
It's Boston's 9th steal in their 5th game, and it's not only been the burners. 1-1 to Trevor. Huge hole in the right side of the infield. Here's the pitch, and it's a foul ball. Sweeper, and it's 1-2 to Trevor. Talking about Martin Perez and the Subaru of New England scoreboard. There's so much to love, and you don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 2 down, tying run in scoring position. Still just the top of the 5th here in Baltimore. Story waits. Bowman throws. And Trevor takes way high and outside, 2-2.
The Red Sox 9 stolen bases. That's second in all of baseball. The Pirates have 15.
Wow. They were walked off in 3 straight games.
3 in a row. Heartbreak style.
O'Neill, Cruz, and co. What a pitching staff they've got. 2-2. Pitch to Story is swung on and missed. He got him. More strikeouts for the Red Sox. In the ball game today, that is 9. Snyder left in scoring position. I think Cooper Criswell's coming on here. 4-3-0s in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In a Toyota truck, the world was made for adventure. Do you hear them? Calling to you. Mountains blistered by ice. Newly formed ground forged from rock. Unstoppable forces and immovable objects colliding, creating something new. Earth and all its potential wonder. Outlast, outlive Toyota trucks.
I'm Jordan Robinson, host of the new podcast, The Women's Hoop Show. Each episode, I'll be joined by a rotating group of women's basketball experts to talk WNBA, college hoops, the new Unrivaled League, and the shifting landscape of the sport. The game is growing, and so are we. Listen to and follow the Women's Hoop Show and Odyssey podcast, available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh, yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Join the Candy Crush All-Stars tournament now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
Make it to the live final for your chance to win a share of $1 million. Play Candy Crush now.
Get your game on, go play.
Selected level 5 plus 18 plus. In-game event ends 0300 EDT 27 April. Win the in-game event. Receive an invite to the live contest in June in California. Requires U.S. travel. For terms and conditions, visit 2.king.com/terms.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, it is not Cooper Criswell on the mound. How does Alex Cora feel about this game? Garrett Whitlock takes the ball. Red Sox trailing by a run. And Alex, knowing that the big hitters, the top of the order coming up for the O's, he's going to his best bullpen.
I like this a lot. This game is very in reach. Even with the offensive struggles they've had, they've shown starting to come alive here and there in spots in the lineup. Garrett hasn't thrown since opening day in Texas, where he had 2 flawless innings.
So for Newcomb in his Red Sox debut, not sharp, but he did a great job limiting the damage. Whitlock throws to Westberg, and a first pitch fastball misses outside. It's 1-0, 8 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned. Newcomb struck out 4, walked 2, and most importantly, 3 double play balls. Backed up on the infield, the 1-0. He is right in there from Whitlock. Slider, and it's 1-1.
You can see it from up here, Willie. That is what we call a heavy fastball from Whitlock. It's like when you swing, it almost takes your bat backwards when you hit it.
This means the Red Sox badly want this game. The 1-1 is a perfect pitch on the corner, and it's 1-2.
Just a sinker at 96. It gets halfway to the plate and just kind of bears in on the right-hander. Really tough to find solid contact against that.
1-2 to Westberg. Pitch is chopped toward third. Bregman gloves the third, hop throws high to first, and Romey's got it in time. Wow. That was not the easiest chance. It almost popped out of Bregman's glove, but he squeezed it, and then an off-balance throw on the money.
Yeah, tough play. You got to come in on this ball. You have to pick the in-between hop and right into his palm where it wasn't really stuck in there. You saw it almost pop out. Willie makes a nice throw. Romey goes up high for it and stays on the bag.
So here now Adley Rutschman, who for the first time today will bat from the left side. One out in the fifth. 4-3 Baltimore. Pitch inside. I think about all the reps that Bregman has taken in his life. That's such an instant reaction, is it not? At third, you just read the ball off the bat.
You read it off the bat, and you know I got to go. If I stay back, he beats it out.
1-0 to Rutschman. The pitch. That's a beauty. Slider, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, when you're at third base, you're reading the first bounce, the trajectory of the ball. So if it goes right into the ground like that, you know you're going to get it. If it's a little higher, you know it's hit harder.
He has been so good at third. 1-1. Where did that miss? Wow, that was close. Slider called a ball.
Looks like it was just low, like a ball below the zone.
Whitlock, in his career out of the bullpen, has been utterly elite. 2-1. That's another perfect pitch.
Changeup.
First he's thrown, and it's 2-2.
You don't see many changeups from Garrett Whitlock, but when Adley Rutschman's up there, you got to mix it up.
Absolutely. 2-2. One down in the fifth. Garrett broke in 21, was an absolute revelation. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. What a slider, Rutschman. See ya. And they're 2 away.
Not very often you see Adley Rutschman look that silly on a pitch. That slider, he was geared up for that heavy 96-mile-per-hour sinker. Well, slider just disappears at his back foot. He had no chance on the check swing.
So Alex goes for it with Whitlock on the mound. Campbell, Romey, and then Connor Wong are scheduled to hit in the 6th inning. Here's Tyler O'Neill, who's 2 for 2 today. These guys very close friends a year ago. That pitch misses outside. 1-0.
97 just jumping out of Whitlock's hand.
A 1-0. Smashed into the gap in right center field, and no one will get it. Cedon will play it off the track and off the wall. He spins and throws to Campbell. Tyler O'Neill's having a day. He's 3 for 3, and he's at second with 2 down.
Single, and now a ringing double to the right center gap. 2 hops to the wall. He's feeling himself right now.
Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. That's the kind of swing the Red Sox have been waiting for from so many of their right-handed hitters. A simple opposite field approach. He cannot be stopped, O'Neill. So now Wong and Bregman talking things over here. I don't know what this could be about. Here comes Ryan Mountcastle. O'Neill at second, bouncing around with 2 down. 4-3 O's. Whitlock delivers, and he misses just outside with a fastball. The code word of the game is Orioles. Creativity. Enter your code word in the member portal today. Claim your points. 1-0. Pitch. That's perfect. Fastball in the inside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, Whitlock really living on the edges, both in and out to batters. One mistake he made over the plate to Tyler O'Neill, who was all over it.
1-1. Rafaela way over in the right center field gap. The pitch is popped into right. Ref Snyder starts in. Now back. He's got room on the warning track to make the play, and the inning is over. Whitlock gets the job done. We go to the 6th inning in Baltimore. Campbell to lead it off when we return 4-3 Baltimore on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
College sports hold a mythic place in American culture, but sometimes the drama off the court overshadows the action on it.
The higher-ups are concerned about one thing, and that is avoiding scandal.
I'm Margot Gray. On the new podcast, Campus Files, we cover everything, including some of the biggest scandals in college sports. Listen to and follow Campus Files, an Odyssey original podcast, available now on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
For the 48th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains also move boats, bricks, and 2x4s. Work days and weekends, job sites and campsites. F-150 and Super Duty never stop working, just like you. Ford F-Series, official truck of your Boston Red Sox, and America's #1 selling trucks for 48 years straight. It's a record that may never be broken. Until next year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
If you or a loved one are a Rhode Islander over 55 or living with a disability, the Rhode Island Aging and Disability Resource Center, or ADRC, is your resource hub for aging and disability support. Simplify your search for answers and get free expert guidance on long-term care, including Medicare, housing, and more. Call 401-462-4444 to talk with an ADRC specialist, or search RIADRC online, a service of the Rhode Island Office of Healthy Aging.
The Christian Arcand Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the 6th inning we go. Red Sox trail the Orioles 4-3. Sir Anthony Dominguez is on to have this inning. You know, here's another thing, Will, that Alex Cora might have been thinking about with Garrett Whitlock. These games against the Orioles, with their bullpen the way it is, they do get shortened as Campbell leads it off. Right on right, the pitch. He is in there for strike one. Yenier Cano and Felix Bautista combined to be one of the best 8 and 9 combos in the game. So I think Alex feels like we got to keep it close and get back in it right now. 0-1 is taken for a ball.
Dominguez throws gas as well. Four-seamer's going to average 98. The first one was 99. He's got a sweeper, curveball, sinker as well, but he likes his heater.
Campbell can turn it around. 1-1 the pitch. Is a check swing. Did he go? Yes, they say. Sweeper in the dirt, and it is 1-2. He must have been geared up for the fastball there.
You have to be. When these guys throw that hard, you have to start your momentum for that fastball and then have the ability to adapt to the off speed. Just couldn't hold up there.
1-2. Campbell leading off the 6th. Pitch outside. Did you feel in your career like it took a little while to be established and get check swing calls to go your way?
Honestly, I feel like umpires call that how they see it. Now, balls and strikes are a little different, but check swings, I feel like it's pretty consistent.
2-2 to Campbell. Pitch is strike 3 call. He didn't think so. That was beneath the zone. Now, Chris Guccione has called that a strike all day, but that doesn't make it a strike.
Right.
Campbell's gone.
And especially at 99, makes it even tougher. A ball right below the zone, but to your point, he has called it a handful of times today.
So here now Romy. I mean, the Red Sox will not be upset with that at bat from Campbell. I mean, he didn't swing at balls. Here's Romy. Pitch is chopped foul on the third base side. Romy singled his first time, was called out on one of those low fastballs his last time. He's behind 0-1. He's on the all mustache team, is Romy.
All bicep team, too.
Yes, he is. Sneaky Jack.
That's the best way to put it.
0-1. People say that about me all the time. The pitch is inside. Did it hit him? No, he danced out of the way.
It almost looked like it deflected off of his quad.
Those aren't small either.
No.
See if we can find something to drive here. Connor Wong is out on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down in the 6th. Pitch is swung on a miss. Man, fooled there. Again, the impact of that fastball, that was a sweeper, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's a sweeper with real sweeper side-to-side movement at 89 to 90 miles an hour. It comes out of the hand really flat like a fastball.
1-2 to Romy. Pitch outside. Was he thinking that pitch would double up in that spot?
Probably in a 1-2 count. Yeah, probably expecting one more down in the dirt over the plate so it looks more like a strike out of the hand.
So now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The outfield shaded toward right center. Pitch. Another slider, and he does get a piece to just stay alive.
That one elevated, but it was out maybe just a touch off the plate, but it was up. And when it's up, you see it so much better as a hitter.
A lot of people surprised the Orioles did not do more in the offseason. Of course, Corbin Burns signed with the D-backs back home. 2-2. That's, oh my, very close. Called a ball, and that's a better pitch than a lot that have been called strikes.
He's called worse today than that one. That one was actually a strike. Caught the bottom outside corner, about as small of the corner as you can catch. That was a perfect pitch.
So if Romy can catch it in, 3-2, the pitch. Inside, broken bat, look out. Foul past Kyle Hudson. That bat absolutely shattered into about 5 pieces.
Turned into a real torpedo, right?
It did. Drains by James sponsors our league leaders. They're Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining. At drainsbyjames.com, they give a poop about your pipes. Well, I mean, the New York Yankees and Aaron Judge lead the universe in everything. Ridiculous production, torpedo bats or not. 3-2 to Romy, 1 down in the 6th. Pitch. Romy pops it up into shallow right center field. Got a chance to get down on the run. The right fielder Urias is there to make the play. That's Laureano. Almost dunked in, but good foot speed out there, 2 away.
Really thought that had a chance off the bat to drop for a hit. Cedric Mullins went back 2 full steps before realizing it wasn't hit very well, but Laureano got a nice read on it.
Aaron Judge and Eugenio Suarez out in Arizona, both with 4 homers. Edmund Chisholm and Westberg with 3. Here is Connor Wong from the right side. Pitch, swing and a miss. So much swing and miss early in this year for Connor. 0-1. Aaron Judge, well, you know, he's only got 11 RBIs in 4 games.
Jeez.
Cedric Mullins already with 8. 0-1. Outside.
There's been a lot of opportunities for the Red Sox to have a lot of RBIs, several guys. Raffy, I feel like, has been up with the bases loaded or 2 guys on in half of his at-bats almost.
Jaron Duran got their only hit with a runner in scoring position today. A productive at-bat in a similar spot from Campbell, the 1-1. Little broken bat blooper towards second. Westberg has a little snow cone grab, and Dominguez is making the bat companies happy. More lumber on the way to Camden tomorrow. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 4-3 Orioles with Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, cool,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Jim Costa with Cash the Ticket. Mike Valeni and I are all over the tournament again this March. Breakdowns of every region and every game, who are the Cinderellas, and which team's cutting down the nets. Subscribe and listen to Cash the Ticket on the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering air conditioning, heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape.
Upgrade your air conditioning system or ductless mini split before the summer rush and receive $500 off a complete heating or cooling system replacement. Visit McFarlaneEnergy.com or check out their 2,800 Google reviews and 4.9 rating. McFarlaneEnergy.com.
Town Fair Tire sells all the name brand tires, and we sell them all at a guaranteed lowest price. Plus, because Town Fair Tire also gives you more free services than all the other tire dealers, nobody beats Town Fair Tire.
Hi, this is Garrett Whitlock. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Another tough day offensively for the Red Sox. They trail in Baltimore 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch. Strike on the inside corner. 1 for 9 again with runners in scoring position. Whitlock continuing in the game. Heston Kjerstad the batter. 0-1. Just a little bit low with a changeup. And it's a ball and a strike. Red Sox want to be so careful with Whitlock this year. Tried the experiment as a starter. Obviously, the elbow did not hold up. 1-1. Popped up on the left side. Bregman and Story go out, and Alex is there to make the grab. More weak contact against Whitlock. 1 away.
Yeah, he's been impressive so far here in 2025. Sir Anthony Dominguez, by the way, was absolutely disgusting last inning.
For so long, the Phillies thought he'd be their next great closer, but he never quite threw enough strikes there.
Right. Yeah, struggle command here and there, but when he's on, you saw it right there. He starts it down the middle. One's a sweeper at 88, one's a sinker at 99 to 100, just splits the plate in half.
It's an interesting time for a meeting here because Dylan Carlson comes to the plate. That's why he's going to pinch hit here. So you'll see this. Andrew Bailey will come out and give the book on the former St. Louis Cardinal. This copyrighted podcast presented by authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Counts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated. Carlson's an interesting guy because for a long time in St. Louis, he felt like their next young superstar. Tremendous power and athleticism. And the Orioles have done a good job in recent years sort of revitalizing careers like this. He bats with 1 down in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch. Another great changeup. Strike 1. Four 3-0s. Bregman taking a few more steps off the line with 1 strike. Here is a pitch in the dirt. Do you think that's more pitch calm, he knows what's coming, or that the spray chart says once a hitter gets a little bit further behind in the count, you might go off the line a little more?
Yeah, a lot of times if they're going to bunt, it is early in the count. And as the count goes on, you keep working yourself further back for more range.
1-1 is a strike on the outside corner. Just peppering things, and now Bregman backs way up. And the count 1-2.
That fastball, another one below the zone. Getting the call from Guccione.
Well, why not live down there? It's been a strike all day.
Yeah, it's hard to hit that, especially at 96.
1-2. Pitch. Just inside. He went back to the changeup. 2-2.
I like that. When it's fresh on a batter's mind of having to cover below the zone, throw that pitch that looks like that pitch and then ends up in the dirt. Carlson doesn't bite.
2-2. Pitch is a soft ground ball foul outside of first. He's here today, Carlson is, because Colton Cowser, one of their other great young players, is on the injured list with a broken thumb. Head first slide, I think even into first base, which is always a risky play. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Wow. Power fastball there. 96. There are 2 away.
Action on that fastball that starts, middle away, and you just see it dive down and away, but it's not. It's almost like a changeup action, but it's 96 miles an hour.
Unfair. Here's Mullins. Double and a pop out. Bregman is way in at third. The pitch chopped on the ground to the right side. Romy circles around it. Whitlock over to cover. Easily wins the foot race. He's not thrown many pitches, Whitlock. 24. That should do it for him as we go to the 7th. 4-3 Orioles on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Survivor 48 is here. And after every episode, dig deep into the show with On Fire, the official Survivor podcast. Listen to On Fire, the official Survivor podcast with me, Jeff Probst, every Wednesday after the show, wherever you get your podcasts.
For the 48th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains also move boats, bricks, and 2x4s. Work days and weekends, job sites and campsites. F-150 and Super Duty never stop working, just like you. Ford F-Series, official truck of your Boston Red Sox, and America's #1 selling trucks for 48 years straight. It's a record that may never be broken. Until next year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
There are giants among us, and their impact is huge. They are the men and women building and sustaining our Navy's next-generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. If you're ready to go big, get on board. We build giants at buildsubmarines.com. Paid for by the U.S. Department of the Navy in partnership with Blue Forge Alliance.
Sometimes feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Christian Arcan Show. Day afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Keegan Aiken, who was a workhorse for the Orioles a year ago, is on to face Cedon Rafaela, then Jaron Duran. And Rafi Devers, one-run Orioles lead in the 7th pitch to Cedon. Strike on the inside corner of the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to by Herb Chambers Honda of Boston, Burlington, and Seekonk. 0-1 to Cedon. Pitch. Swinging a shot down the right field line. Over to his left is Carlson gliding back in front of the track. He's there to make the play, one away.
Yeah, Aiken, in 66 appearances last year, both righties and lefties hit about 190 off of him. He's got a really good fastball that can pitch into righties and a good changeup off of that.
Red Sox have struck out 10 times today. Jaron Duran, 2-run triple. He's 1 for 3. He bats with 1 down. See if he could shoot a ground ball on the left side. Get his speed on base. The pitch. Strike. Another one beneath the zone given, and it's 0-1. Duran is 0 for 2 in his career with a walk against Aiken. You'd love to get Rob Refsnyder up in this inning, but I don't think Brandon Hyde will let that happen. He's got a righty up. 0-1. Swing at a big miss. Ref has good numbers, 2 for 3 with 2 homers against Aiken, so that matchup will not come to be.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's Cano.
It is.
Getting loose.
Scary thought. Red Sox have Weissert now up in their bullpen, but I believe they got Chapman sort of wandering around just in case they tie this game or more. Here's a check swing. Looked like he went around. He did. And Duran is gone. That's the 11th Red Sox strikeout. So now 2 down for Rafi.
Not exactly a comfortable at bat when you're not seeing the ball well. Really got to lock in. Would love to see Rafi go to left field right here.
0 for 2. 2 more strikeouts. 2 down. Pitch, swing, and a huge miss. I mean, this is the thing. Look, who are any of us to tell Rafi Devers, one of the great hitters of his generation, what to do? But the swing does look so long right now, and for him, it doesn't have to be. 0-1. Pitch, swinging a pop foul. Out of play on the third base side, another 0-2 count.
That's the thing. When you're struggling, you think, oh, man, I got to go deep here. I got to crush a ball. You just got to slow things down, right? The swing, the mechanics are fine. We're talking timing here, and it's a split-second difference that'll change everything.
2 down in the 7th pitch. High fastball. Bregman next. I think they'll go to Cano for him, which would then make things interesting. With Refsnyder on deck, that might be the spot for Willie Abreu. Got to get there first. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Rafi swings and fouls it off the catcher Rutschman and stays in there. 1-2.
Yeah, Aiken has a slider. He doesn't use it a lot, but if I'm a pitcher, I'm forcing Rafi to show me he can catch up to a fastball before I give him anything else to hit.
1-2. Pitch in the dirt. There was a slider. Maybe that's a setup pitch. It's 2-2. 10 strikeouts through the first 4 games. Major League history made. 2 more today. Still looking for his first hit. 2-2. Outfield straight up and very deep. Here's the pitch. Rafi fouls a slider off. And again, that's a pitch. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And when he's right, that thing is launched.
You feel like Aiken's doing him a favor by throwing him a slider right in.
2-2. Pitch fouled off. There was the fastball. And again, center cut. Rafi, in his career, is 4 for 16 with 2 doubles and 2 walks against this man. For 3 years now, he's come in almost every time Rafi's come up.
And even with a couple strikeouts today, the at-bats have looked better. I mean,
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him a hat trick for Devers. Change up that time. And Rafi Devers, in his first 19 at-bats of the season, has struck out 15 times. We go to the bottom of the 7th in Baltimore. 4-3 O's on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple, but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Spring has sprung, Red Sox fans, and baseball's finally back. Make your lawn Fenway Park quality this season with Pennington Grass Seed. As the official lawn care partner of the Boston Red Sox, Pennington knows how to help you grow a lush, healthy lawn. Whether your yard needs a complete transformation or a simple touch-up, Pennington's got the right solution for you. Gear up for spring with Pennington and grow a lawn you can be proud of. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Visit the 99 Restaurant Monday through Wednesday for their newest big deal meal, the Crispy Fried Twin Catch with North Atlantic cod and crispy shrimp. Just $14.99 every Monday through Wednesday. You gotta love the nines.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home, yes, cool, or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Greg Weissert is on here as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. One of my favorite traditions of any 7th inning stretch in baseball. Finished for the first time at Camden Yards, little John Denver. Weissert, 2 scoreless innings to begin the season. It's been a little stressful for him. Really good spring training. Right-handers on. Crossfire delivery. Misses inside to Ramon Urias for ball 1.
I feel like the slider from Weissert so far this season hasn't had as much break as we've seen in the past. Been a little bit tighter.
Over to pull on the infield for this right-handed hitter. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Slider.
See that? It's almost cutterish at 88. You're not getting that right to left hard break to get ugly swings. It's a hittable pitch is what it looks like.
1-1. Pitch ripped down the left field line, and that is real trouble. Urias rounds first. Duran gets there quickly. Very nice job there to hold Urias to a single, and on cue, that was a slider that got a lot of the zone.
Just spun, right, and stayed middle. That's where you want it to start, but then it's always broken off the plate. It's just staying in the zone to where it's finding hard contact.
Well, now you start thinking about small ball. I mean, Holiday is a good hitter, but the Orioles know how important one insurance run would be. There are 9 hole hitters in there. Cano is warming in the pen. Bregman creeping at third. No sign of about a huge swing and a miss at a slider. Again, that one didn't have much downward bite, but it did the trick. 0-1.
Yeah, I might want to mix in a fastball in just to make him a little more uncomfortable.
0-1. That one misses outside with a changeup. Whitlock was fabulous. held the line. 24 pitches to get 6 outs. Well, this is a critical inning for Weiser. Orioles got 4 in the first. The bullpen's been great since then. 1-1. Not close with a changeup. 2-1. And again, this is a spot where, I mean, Holiday's dangerous, but you got Westberg and Rutschman and O'Neill looming.
He's pitching to get a ground ball. That's why you're seeing the off speed. 2-1.
Pitch. Outside. Sinker that missed, and it's 3-1. Holiday looking to do damage right here. Urias at first, held by Romy. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That is a strike on the corner, perfectly placed, and it's 3-2.
See Jackson Holiday sitting off speed there. You talked about it earlier. Not really fastball counts anymore. Knowing he's trying to get a ground ball, was sitting changeup, didn't get it.
Urias inching away at first. Not going. The pitch is strike 3 called. Holiday cannot believe it, but that's the pitch that has been called a strike all game long. Big break, and there's one away.
Guccione has been at least very consistent outside of 1 or 2 pitches where he's given 3 or 4 inches below the zone. That one perfectly located sinker and gets the call.
Well, and that's one, if Greg Weiser does not get the call, Alex Cora is going to lose his mind.
100%. That changes the whole inning.
1 on, 1 out now for Westberg. Very dangerous pitch is a beauty. Strike again, dealing with that bottom of the zone, 95 miles an hour, 1 away. Cano warming, Bautista looming. Red Sox will have their work cut out. Part of the order is due up in the 8th. 0-1. Pitch high, sort of line drive into right field. Refsnyder easily back. Not an easy play with the sun setting over there. He went down to a knee with the shades on, makes the grab, 2 away.
I saw him go down. I didn't know if it was in the lights that are on right now or if that was the sun. Either way, he looked uncomfortable making that. But the professional that he is, he found a way.
Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during the year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Not out of the woods by a long shot here. This is a moment that Rutschman tends to meet. 1 on, 2 out. Pitch is a little bit outside, and it is 1-0. 4 runs in the first for Baltimore. Sean Newcomb, 3 straight double play balls in the second, third, and fourth was then lifted. 1-0. Pitch outside. Brennan Bernardino is up and throwing. Which is certainly interesting because you got O'Neill, Mountcastle, then Kerstad looming. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Rutschman pops it up into right field. Refsnyder, much easier chance this time, drifting in there to make the play. And over. Very nice job by Greg Weiser to work around the leadoff hit. And don't forget, big time range in left field for Duran to keep him only at first base. We go to the 8th inning, 4-3. O's lead. How about Bregman, Refsnyder, and Story against Yenier Cano when we return on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox.
I'm Jordan Robinson, host of the new podcast, The Women's Hoop Show. Each episode, I'll be joined by a rotating group of women's basketball experts to talk WNBA, college hoops, the new Unrivaled League, and the shifting landscape of the sport. The game is growing, and so are we. Listen to and follow the Women's Hoop Show and Odyssey podcast, available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra. Or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers, according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For JD Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees, 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive, $46.39 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/31/25.
Visit the 99 Restaurant Monday through Wednesday for their newest big deal meal, the Crispy Fried Twin Catch with North Atlantic cod and crispy shrimp. Just $14.99 every Monday through Wednesday. You gotta love the nines.
Ask your smart speaker to play. 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Alex Bregman to lead it off in the 8th inning in Baltimore. O's home opener, they lead 4-3, and Yennier Cano, one of the great relievers in the American League, massive man, is on the mound. First pitch to Bregman is outside. Slider to go along with a massive fastball. He's pitched in 142 games.
So far this year, he's thrown more sliders than sinkers, but that sinker's a good one.
1-0 pitch. Bregman takes a strike. That's just been the call all day. Now, that one was not only low, that looked to be outside, too.
Yeah, that was the double whammy. That was a ball.
Frustrating zone today, I think, for both sides. 1-1 to Bregman. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop, Holiday, kind of awkwardly does get there to glove and throw to first in time. There's one away, and predictably, that's going to do it for Rob Refsnyder because Wilyer Abreu's coming to the plate.
Yeah, and look, Cano is a big-time ground ball pitcher, 99th percentile on ground ball rate. He has 8 more inches of drop on his fastball than the average fastball in the game.
Well, Wilyer only one at-bat against this pitcher, and it ended with a hit. Just a fabulous start to his season. 7 for 10 with 2 homers, 6 driven in, and by the way, 5 walks.
Goodness.
800 on base through 4 games, and here he is with 1 down in this top of the 8th inning. Cano is ready. He throws. Wilyer takes a strike, and again, it's just the biggest zone we've seen all year.
Yeah, that one was borderline. That was closer than some of the calls. That one I had as a strike.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Wilyer grounds it off the mound into the glove of Cano. He snares it, throws to first, and Cano does the impossible. He gets Abreu to make it out, and they're 2 away.
It sounded like it broke Wilyer's bat off the end. One hopper right into Cano's glove.
That's what we've been talking about for 30 minutes or so. The back end of this Oriole bullpen is crazy good. So, with 2 down, here's Trevor's Story. He'd love to get his speed aboard, and would it be fun to see Campbell in this spot? He's on deck. 2 down, the pitch. Strike right in there. Slider. 0-1. Two down in the 8th. Cano pitches. Trevor very late on a fastball, and it's 0-2.
96-mile-an-hour sinker there from Cano.
One of the most feared closers in the game. Felix Bautista is up in their bullpen. 0-2. Story. Bloop single, 2 strikeouts. Red Sox as a team have fanned 12 more times today. The 0-2 pitch outside with a slider. One ball, 2 strikes to Story. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He got him. That's the first splitter he's thrown, and almost unfair to Story. Now, the Red Sox have seen now 10 consecutive batters retired. Bottom 8 next, 4 O's in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
What would you do if you could go back in time with the tap of a button?
Watch the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids?
How'd they do it?
Buy enough Bitcoin to purchase your very own private island.
Or maybe just skip the joke that flopped at the holiday party.
Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to rewind time, but you can rewind live shows with the free Odyssey app.
Never miss your favorite sports talk again. To get started, download Odyssey and search for your station.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
For the best deal on tires, head to Town Fair Tire. We beat every competitor every day on every tire. Tire dealers, we beat them. Clubs, we beat them. Online prices, we beat them. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Justin Slayton is on as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. He pitched yesterday, but an off day tomorrow. Alex Cora trying to keep this game where it is. 4-3 Orioles, and what a task. Here's Tyler O'Neill, who's 3 for 3 in front of his new home fans here in Baltimore. Slayton's been spectacular, really for the majority of his young time with the Red Sox. Dominant this year. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul outside of third. That was close on a cutter, but yanked it outside the bag, and it's 0-1.
Well, we've seen it with Tyler O'Neill. He can carry you as a team for 2 weeks, and then he can go just as cold as he was hot. He's a very streaky player, but when he's hot, whew, look out.
Yeah, he's in one of those grooves right now. Slayton ties the right shoe all over again. For the love of a mouth-watering tender roast, heard of Shaws and Star Market right now. B5 round roast or bottom round roast is $3.97 a pound. No balls and a strike to O'Neill. Pitch. Line looper in a shallow right center field. Coming on Abreu. He can't get it. When you're hot, you're hot. Might have even broken his bat, but he's 4 for 4. And he's aboard to lead off the 8th.
Definitely broke his bat. Four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour, blows up the lumber off the very end, off the cup of the bat, but just finds green. Like you said, Willie, when you're hot, and they all find green.
So now the Orioles trying to get Bautista a larger cushion. And the leadoff man aboard. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Pitch. Ground ball on the left side. Bregman dives. He has it. He stumbles. He flips to second. Past Campbell and into the outfield. The Orioles are going to have him at second and third as Abreu picks it up in the outfield. It was a do-or-die chance for Bregman. That was his only chance to get it out. And stumbling after a great diving grab, he flipped it sort of backhanded, and Campbell had no chance. And now you just hope Bregman's okay.
Yeah, I almost think he smoked his face on the dirt because he went full extension trying to get rid of this ball. He goes down after he flips and he takes a bite out of the turf.
Wow.
Do or die play. Little bitty cut on the bridge of his nose. Not bleeding a ton, just a little. But, I mean, he hit it. They're probably worried about a concussion at this point, the way he hit the ground.
Wow. I mean, he gave it his absolute all, and the head just spiked into the dirt. He wants to stay in the game. He just said that to Alex Cora. I mean, he's the ultimate gamer, is Bregman. I mean, remarkable to just get to that ball, let alone give it a chance.
To put it in context, his face went in the dirt so hard, he just spit, and it was just full of dirt coming out of his mouth.
Well, now Dave Herrera, one of the great trainers, has got his towel underneath the nose, and Alex just said, I'm not coming out.
Yeah, good luck. He might take a swing at Alex Cora if he tries to take him out of that game. Tremendous effort on this ball. If he doesn't get to it, it's a hit. Goes into the diving backhanded flip, and Campbell just couldn't reach to keep that ball from getting into right field.
That's one of those crazy ones where he'll get an error. It'll be a hit and an error, but such an unfair thing because not many get to that. Here we go. Here's Heston Kjerstad. Second and third. Sox have no chance but to be aggressive. The infield comes in. Slayton throws, and he misses outside. I mean, talk about the life of a reliever. He's made good pitches to these first two hitters.
He really has. Yeah, and the sun just peeks through the clouds, and all of a sudden, Kjerstad's got to deal with shadows on top of facing Slayton.
We'll take it at this point, the 1-0. Line drive into left field. That's a base hit. O'Neill scores. They will hold Mountcastle over there. Really impressive swing from Heston Kjerstad, and it's 5-3 Orioles.
Well, Kjerstad made a massive adjustment from his earlier at-bats. He was swinging for the fences, it seemed, in every other at-bat today. Really did a good job of shortening up, letting the ball get deep, and firing it to left on a 97-mile-per-hour fastball out of the zone.
That's really the Red Sox' first true error of the season. The other was catcher's interference on Carlos Narvaez. I think Brandon Hyde, think about pinch running, maybe? Well, that's strange. He's out of the dugout with the lineup card in his hand. Is he really going to hold Mountcastle from third at this point? No, he's going to go Mateo for Kjerstad. Now, that's also a big-time defensive upgrade in the top of the ninth inning.
Mateo can still second right here with his speed as well.
So a run in and still nobody out. The Orioles are trying to blow this thing wide open. First inning and what may well be the last, biting the Red Sox. Here is Carlson, pinch hit last time and struck out. He takes strike one on the outside corner from Slayton. Actually, that was called a ball. Hot water everywhere around Justin Slayton. He and Wong not on the same page. He's shaken twice, and now he'll step off.
Seems to be the pitch calm. Slayton keeps going to it in his hat, shaking his head no, saying, I'm not hearing anything.
So Alex Cora will turn to the bench. Andrew Bailey hands a new transponder to Jason Varitek, but I guess for now it's okay.
Maybe Wong just had to get closer so the Bluetooth could connect, you know?
We've all been there.
Yeah. Get closer, the music's cutting out.
Forget this device. 1-0. Big time jam with a run already in. Pitch is a little bit outside. Mateo looked like he might go there, but he stopped at the last minute. 2-0.
Yeah, and if he does take second, you got to think, even with Carlson being new to the big league, just getting called up, maybe you walk him to load him up.
Set up the force everywhere. He does run. The pitch is dropped by Wong. I don't think he was going to throw through anyway. So it's a steal. It was a ball, especially now I think 3-0, Will. It just makes all the sense in the world to make that move.
Yeah, you walk him. Then you have a force at all four places.
Now the problem is that Cedric Mullins, who's looked comfortable at the plate, is on deck. Slayton will not intentionally walk him, but that'll give him much to hit here. The 3-0 is way low, and that's actually a good pick there by Wong to save a run. So the bases are loaded, still nobody out. Alex Cora is coming out, and I think that's going to be it for Slayton. They do have action in the bullpen. I mean, this is a back-to-back for Slayton early in the season. He's not made the signal yet. Criswell is throwing in the bullpen, and he has taken the baseball from Slayton.
Criswell is a ground ball monster, and that is exactly what you need here to get some force outs to keep the run from getting run up.
Yeah, and protect a young pitcher who was unlucky here today early in the season on a back-to-back. So 5-3 Orioles. You can hear them. They're fired up at Camden Yards. Bases loaded. They lead 5-3 in the eighth on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, Visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Do you suffer from projectile dysfunction? That's when there's something stuck in your drains and pipes causing a backup. It can happen to the best of us, and Drains by James can get you unclogged and feeling free again. Projectile dysfunction can be serious if not treated right away. It will impact things at home, and you'll wonder why you didn't take care of it sooner. Go to DrainsByJames.com. Drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes.
What a spot for Cooper Criswell to make his debut this season. Bases loaded, nobody out in the 8th inning. The Orioles leading at 5-3. Alex Bregman toughing it out. He's staying in the game after the face plant that triggered this rally for the Orioles. Yet another totally frustrating day for the Red Sox at the plate. 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Had a bunch of threats in the middle innings, but the back end of the Orioles bullpen has been great.
They have been, and you just got to think, with the ebbs and flows that are baseball, but when does this change? When does this start to change and the hits start to fall and the swing and misses go way down?
And it can just feel like it mounts more early in a year. Here now Mullins, infield in, bases loaded, 5-3-0s, everybody up at Camden. The pitch a little bit high. Criswell was so versatile last year for the Red Sox. This is his first opening day roster. So often held the opponent to fewer than 3 runs in his 16 starts. The 1-0. Ground ball off of his foot. It's been that kind of day. Into the outfield, and 2 runs will score for the O's. Rafaela is going to throw home, but standing on the plate is Mateo. It's a 2-run Plinko single for Cedric Mullins, and Baltimore leads it 7-3.
The frustrating part there is Trevor Story probably gets to this ball. He's playing shaded up the middle. Hard hit ball by Mullins. Trevor Story likely gets to that, but ricochets off the right foot of Criswell over the head of Story into the outfield. Just unlucky.
And he probably would have come home with that, but instead, another bad bounce. Now the Orioles running away with it here in the 8th. Cedric Mullins having a big day, as he so often does against the Red Sox. I think if memory serves, he's got Ruthian and Lou Gehrig numbers against Boston from a slugging perspective. 0-1 to Ramon Urias. Soft ground ball to the left side. Bregman throws to second for 1. Campbell's relay. How did that get there in time? But it did. Tremendous arm on display by Campbell, and they're 2 away.
Not even the arm, but the ability to transfer that. Bregman makes a really good feed to his chest on not a hard hit ball, but the way Campbell was able to redirect that ball to first base, I thought there was no chance of turning it. Looks like they want to challenge it.
It was close for sure. Either way, remarkable to get it there and make it even close. I think he might have been safe.
Challenge.
Yes, he was.
We're going to check the out call at second and the out call at first.
Wow. Well, this could be a huge swing. I mean,
Well, the little bit of delay from Bregman, just a split-second delay of getting the ball to Campbell, was because the ball was hit to his left into the baseline, and he initially went for the tag on the base runner running to third, couldn't reach him, then went to second.
One thing that we've heard from Major League Baseball, we see there, which I very much appreciate from Chris Guccione, is they announce exactly what they're going to do. We need the umpires to communicate more. I mean, he's definitely out at second. I don't think Campbell took the bag off early. First base is a different story. Remember, the neighborhood play was taken away 3 years ago. And I think the ball is in Campbell's glove with his foot still on the bag at second. But I do think that the hitter, Urias, beat the relay throw to first.
Yeah, I think he just beat that. I think that one will be overturned. But great job by Campbell. Just get rid of that. I honestly didn't think he had a chance at all to turn that.
So while we sort things out in New York, 10 seconds, station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
from the WEEI studios. 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Well, you couldn't hear it in the station break, but Chris Guccione, just a little showmanship right there. He said the call at second is confirmed, and then he took a long pause while the fans all booed him, and then he goes, and by the way, you dummies, the call at first is safe.
And everyone's like, oh, sorry. Whoops. Jumped the gun on that one.
Well, we all need a little levity right now.
Yes, we do.
It is 7-3 O's, and here's Jackson Holiday. At the corners, one out. Here's a line drive in the left field. That's a base hit. Coming home to score is Westberg, and it is 8-3 Baltimore. Well, we've gotten to know this about this young and up-and-coming Oriole team the last few years. You let them crack the door open, they will cash it in. They are an absolute momentum team. And they're rolling here in the 8th just as they did in the 1st. It's 8-3, still only one out. Here's a ball under Criswell's feet. What a pick by Campbell, and he's able athletically to get back to the second base bag. That was ridiculous. Criswell got out of the way. Campbell came from deep in the hole at second, across the bag, gloved it on the shortstop side, able to stop himself, and then, like a ballet dancer, get back to the bag in time. Wow.
The fact that he was able to leap, stop, get back to the bag is great, but I thought the pick he made to just glove that ball was the most impressive part. Nice play. Looking for something to be excited about here in the 8th. That was a nice play.
We are deep into the Silver Linings playbook. Oof. 8-3 O's. Criswell trying to end this thing. A pitch misses outside to Adley Rutschman. And it is 1-0. The Red Sox will have Garrett Crochet on the mound tomorrow. His first chance to really play the role of stopper, barring a huge comeback. Throw to first, and Holiday dives back in. One and 0. Little outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Four runs in the 1st, 4 runs in the 8th. 2 outs, 1st and 3rd. Rutschman fouls it at his feet, and it is 2-1. Well, in a lot of ways, the Red Sox in the middle part of this game get credit for making it relevant again. It felt like this could be an avalanche today when Baltimore scored 4 in the 1st inning, chipped away with 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd. But then the frustrations at the plate began. 2-1 is looped on the right side. Campbell doing it all. He ranges to his left. He's there to make the play. And the inning is over, but the Orioles get 4. We go to the 9th at Camden. 8-3 O's on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining Ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks, the sporty Sentra, or our best-selling Rogue, a consumer guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers, according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.39 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/31.
Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, what a cool moment for Orioles fans as Felix Bautista pitches for the first time here in this ballpark in 2 years. He debuted in Toronto on the road, and the man they call the Mountain with good reason. Some of the best closer stuff in the game is on. I mean, in some ways, that's like a miniature moral victory for the Red Sox because Bautista was up, and now he'll pitch with a 4-run lead in front of these fans who love him. And why not just show Cal Ripken on the video board to increase the energy in this place? So here is Bautista. In Toronto, pitched in the Orioles bullpen for the first time since late 2023. Here's Christian Campbell, who's had a productive day at the plate with a walk and an RBI. Pitch is a little high with a fastball. 1-0.
97 on the sinker there. He's going to average about that on his fastball. He's got a split that's very good, a slider as well.
1-0 to Campbell. Set up in. And the pitch. Swinging a high, pop foul. Out of play on the first base side. This kid is not intimidated by anything. Campbell. Tonight's game attendance brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Whether you're craving fresh hand-breaded chicken and chicken tenders or all breast meat fried chicken. Sandwiches and nuggets. Crispy Crunchy Chicken delivers. Use some of that right now. The 1-1 in the dirt. What a cool entry for Bautista. It starts with the Omar whistle from the wire.
It's really cool.
At night, people turn their cell phone lights on.
Yeah, this place was erupting as he came into the game.
2-1. Pitch. Swing and miss. He tied him up with a fastball at 97. Of course, I mean, you were not intimidated by the greatest entry of all by a closer, Enter Sandman.
Mariano? Yeah, I was more in awe of him just because of who he is in his career at that point. That was his last year in 2013.
2-2 to Campbell. Here's the pitch. And he does not get the call on a splitter, which is a vicious weapon. And it's 3-2.
Yeah, that's where he's really tough because normally with closers who throw hard, you see splitter and you know it's in the dirt. He throws it for strikes as well.
That pitch has been called a strike tonight. Not there. 3-2. Here's the pitch. Campbell takes ball 4. What can he not do? He's on base for the second time. Really productive ground out to bring in the Red Sox third run. He's been great, not good, great at second base today, and that's a really composed plate appearance to begin the ninth.
Yeah, just need to keep stringing together those good at bats. Get Bautista's pitch count up.
Next is Romy Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. Oh, way high over his head to the backstop. That could have been awful. I mean, that is 100 right over his helmet, and Romy thankfully gets out of the way.
That buzzed the tower right there. I'm going to have to see a replay, see how close it actually was. 98, and I mean, it was aimed for the crown of the helmet, missed him by an inch.
See your life flash before your eyes right there. That, I'm serious, could have been horrendous.
Like career-altering. It's so scary. These guys throw so hard.
1-0. Campbell did advance to second. The pitch Swung on and ripped down the left field line. O'Neill back into his right. He can't get there. Romy, after getting nearly plunked, delivers an RBI double. Campbell scores, not just over yet. It's 8-4 in the ninth.
That is so impressive because as a hitter, a ball goes over your head. Obviously, you're uncomfortable. You're thinking, here comes off speed. They want me to pull off because I'm getting out of the way. I'm off the plate. He stays on that pitch and rips it to left. Tyler O'Neill, no chance to get to that one before it got to the wall.
So now Connor Wong will bat. They got Casas out on deck for Rafaela, so that would be some real manipulating defensively. Abreu's already in the game. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line, hopper to short. Holiday, nice backhand pick. He plants, throws to first, and what a grab on the backhand by Mountcastle. That could have gotten very interesting had Wong reached first base. Really good on both sides, one away.
Hasn't been a whole lot of hard contact at all from Wong, so it was good to see him actually put good bat on the ball against a tough guy in Batista there. But Jackson Holiday, man, thought he was going to catch it in the air, had a chance for the double play of Romy at second, but steps back and elects to pick it anyways. Made it tougher on himself, still made the play.
I think Gonzalez may well go to second. Campbell might go to the outfield. Casas would move into first base. He'll hit now. Trying to keep this rally moving. Red Sox trailing 8-4. You'd love to get Bregman up as the tying run in this situation. Casas needs to reach, then Duran too. Here's the pitch. Tristan takes a high fastball outside for ball one. So you've been sitting down for 3 hours and you come on and face this dude on the mound.
Yeah, don't worry. These guys have been in the cage hitting since about the 5th inning. They're loose and ready to go.
Casas has a hit and a walk in 2 plate appearances against Bautista. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul on the third base side. And it is 1-1. Looks like Tristan's got some new armor this year. It's more blue than red. A ball, 1 strike. Top 9 in Baltimore. 8-4 O's. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 89-mile-an-hour splitter, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, filthy, and it plays so well off of that 98, 99-mile-per-hour fastball. Pretty much, it doesn't have a whole lot of depth to it. It almost just the deception and speed is what makes you swing and miss. It's almost got a parachute on the back of it.
So now, what in the world does Casas think is coming? It's 1-2.
I never know what Casas is thinking.
1 on, 1 out. Bautista at the belt, throws, and he misses down and in. Splitter again, and it's 2-2. He is most certainly unique.
Very much so. He is a thinker.
And I think a week from now when the Netflix special comes out, people are going to see and hear a lot from him. 2-2. In the ninth. Romy bigger lead at second. The pitch. Swing and a foul. He stays alive. That's not easy. 98 up and away from him. Well, I guess the big script writer's moment would be if somehow Casas could get aboard, and so too Duran, and then Raffy would come up against this guy. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Casas takes the ball. Really good read of a splitter. And the count is full. I mean, it is a 4-run lead, Will, for these Orioles, but they can't be too careful. At some point with a 4-run lead, you do have to challenge hitters.
Of course. I mean, no one's up in their pen, so they're letting him get his work in here with the 4-run lead.
3-2 to Casas. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball on the right side. It is backhanded, but bobbled by Mountcastle. He recovers and flips to the pitcher, Bautista. And the Red Sox are down to their last out. So everybody up in Baltimore. Casas on the season is now 1 for 17. That is not an easy at-bat in any way there. On the play, Romy moved over to third. Duran, the Red Sox last hope, trailing by 4 in the ninth. Here's the pitch. That's high with a fastball. Duran 0 for 2 with a strikeout against this big, strong right-hander. One 1-0. Pitch. Swinging a line shot into left field. That's down for another hit for Jarren Duran. Romy scores. The Red Sox are within 3. It is 8-5. And here indeed comes Raffy.
And Jarren has had the line out to left, deep left his first at bat, the triple to left center, and now a single to left. 3 hard hit balls that way. You got to start thinking he's starting to feel real good in the plate.
Well, how about Campbell and Gonzalez scoring 4 of the 5 runs for the Red Sox today? Maybe these at-bats can carry over into tomorrow. But first things first, here now Devers. Tying run is on deck. Bautista's ready to pitch. Raffy takes a high fastball. If you're not on time with a fastball, this is not the guy you want to see.
Absolutely not. Really nobody in their last 3 innings of their bullpen between Dominguez, Bautista, and Cano, they all throw gas.
Raffy's seen him 3 times and struck out 3 times. 1-0. Duran runs. The pitch is way high. I think they'll probably score that defensive indifference.
I thought so initially, but Jackson Holliday ran to second base. So sometimes if a defender works his way to second base, you can get a bag.
And it makes all the sense in the world to do it no matter what, because you take away the force on a weird play up the middle. I think Raffy's going to be patient here. 2-0. The pitch is a check swing. He did not go 3-0. This might be the first time in his career you would consider giving Raffy a 3-0 take.
Yeah, I think that's it. Especially as erratic as Bautista's been here, you want to bring the tying run to the plate.
It would be Bregman who is on deck. 3-0. Duran at second. Here's the pitch. He takes a strike. That's the one that's been called all day.
Yeah, ball below the plate, or below the zone, excuse me.
Yeah, if he didn't like it. Consistent, though, and it's 3-1. Now, see what happens. 2 down, 2 in the 9th. 8-5. 3-1 to Devers. Here's the pitch. Swinging a liner. Foul down the left field line. That was 98 miles an hour. I mean, maybe his best swing of the year, but Boston down to their last strike.
Don't be surprised if you see a split here, Willie. He loves that pitch. He will throw it in the zone. Base open, but you don't want the tying run coming to the plate. And Alex Bregman.
3-2. 2 down in the 9th. Here's the pitch. That is high. Ball 4. So Devers walks for the second time, and somehow, some way, the Red Sox bring the tying run to the plate in Alex Bregman.
Willie, I'm so uncomfortable in these games where they get the juices flowing, and it's like the player in me still, and it's like one swing away from tying this thing up, and Alex Bregman's at the dish. This is your guy.
Well, he has walked in 3 plate appearances. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout against Bautista. Chris Holt, their pitching coach, is out. Wouldn't this be a pretty good time for the first signature Bregman moment in a Red Sox uniform?
Looks like they got Ciano Perez warming in their pen. Chapman up for the Sox just in case something crazy happens here.
Well, the Red Sox have really emptied their bench today, so Devers is going to stay in as a runner at first base.
I mean, in all honesty, this is where you're really hoping for a homer, right? This is not just like, let's keep chipping away. You have a lot of hits to get to tie this thing up. You need the big one.
And if you do tie it and go to extra innings, you do want to have legitimate bench options, and David Hamilton is, other than Narvaez, the only guy left over there.
Exactly.
Now, I would be interested to see if Devers got into scoring position. The pitch to Bregman outside. Slider missed. Now, Wilyer Abreu's on deck. Perez has got to be up for him.
It's actually Soto. It's Gregory Soto. I had that wrong. Wrong lefty.
1-0 to Bregman. 8-5-0s, 2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. Should end it. Third baseman Urias is there, backpedaling. He made the play. And the game is over for the second straight day. Bregman comes to the plate with a chance in the 9th and does not do it. Of course, he had to be feeling blood coming out of his nose at the plate in that spot. 8-5, the Red Sox rally, but they do fall short in Baltimore. And they are now 1-4 to start the season. 8-5 the final. O's win on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A 6-letter word for an app where you can easily find and book an in-person or virtual appointment with the perfect doctor by searching specialty and insurance and reading real reviews from real patients.
It's ZocDoc, obviously.
Genius. How'd you know that?
How do you think I found an amazing therapist, dentist, and primary care doc?
Can't believe I didn't know this was an option sooner.
You've got options. Download the free ZocDoc app to book today.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Si usted es residente de Rhode Island mayor de 55 años o vive con una discapacidad, el Centro de Recursos para el Envejecimiento y la Discapacidad de Rhode Island, o ADRC, puede apoyarle. Obtenga orientación profesional gratuita sobre el cuidado a largo plazo, Medicare, vivienda y más. Llame al 401-462-4444 para hablar con ADRC o busque RIADRC en línea, Servicio de la Oficina para el Envejecimiento Saludable de Rhode Island.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple, but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Don't miss the Subaru of New England, a lot to love event. Love all the trusted 2025 Subaru Outback has to offer, like symmetrical all-wheel drive. Buy with 1.9% financing for up to 48 months or lease for just $299 per month. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Eagle Bank in Everett, Lexington, Middleton, and the North End. Competitive mortgage rates and business loans with a personal touch. Serving the community for over 120 years.
Eagle Bank.
Call 800-BANK-EAGLE. Eagle Bank. Member FDIC. Member DIF. Equal housing lender.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI. This is the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Well, not a lot of TNT in the Red Sox offense to start this season. 1-4. They fall today in Baltimore. 8-5 is the final score. You're listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full lineup. Put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself at your local Nissan store or Nissan.com. 8 runs, 15 hits, an error, and 6 left for the O's. 5 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 7 left for the Red Sox. Dominguez, the winner, he was the most effective reliever by the judgment of the score. I think that's certainly fair to say. Newcomb falls in his first Red Sox start. 2 hours, 43 minutes in front of 45,000. And two, well, in a lot of ways, kind of a tale of 2 innings. I mean, the Orioles got 4 in the first. They just punished Newcomb early on cut fastballs. And then in that bottom of the 8th, Will, it just kind of got away from them. To be fair, to Slayton and then even Criswell. It was snake bitten. It wasn't a lot of loud contact in the eighth inning, but all these things are magnified when your offense is struggling the way the Red Sox is.
That's exactly right. Another day of 3 for 14 runners in scoring position, and 2 of those were there in the ninth when you come into the inning down 4. But it's just, this offense has got to find a way to make more contact. 13 strikeouts by this lineup. They did have 8 hits, but just so much swing and miss, and how many times with 2 outs with runners on, big strikeouts.
The noise around Rafi Devers will not get quieter. I mean, he did walk in that ninth inning. He struck out again 3 more times, so that's 15 strikeouts in his first 19 at-bats. But he walks twice. I thought, again, this feels like reaching. I thought there were some signs of progress for Rafi.
You can call it reaching. You can call it using the eye test, right? I mean, he had 3 strikeouts. I thought he battled in those at-bats. He was fouling off some tough pitches. But this is a result-driven industry, right? And you're making a lot of money to be a guy. So they're going to expect him every day to figure this out and get it going. And hopefully this is just one step closer.
All right. So now it is entertainment after all. We want to finish sort of on an upward note. And there are several things to talk about. First of all, Romy Gonzalez comes in, gets his first start, 2 hits. One of them came after he had 98 fly about an inch away from his face. That was a super impressive at-bat. I thought Romy did what he did all of last year.
Yeah, 2 hits for him, 2 hits for Ref Snyder, who's been sick, hasn't even been at the stadium for a few days. So those guys, that is their job. Come off the bench when a lefty is on the mound and get the job done, get professional at-bats. It was just more of the same from those 2.
Meanwhile, Christian Campbell, so he sparks the rally with a patient walk in the 2nd inning. He does the same in the 9th. In between, an RBI ground out in a big spot with 2nd and 3rd. He hit the ball hard right at the second baseman. Turned 2 really good double plays, made a ridiculous pick at the bag. I mean, he is really checking a lot of boxes.
I know he's had games with multiple hits, but I thought this was his best overall baseball game. Even the ground out was a situational hitting, which this team has really lacked, and you're relying on your 22-year-old to get that done, and he's done it. And to that point, good defense, good base running, looked good at the plate. That was his best overall ball game so far.
Garrett Whitlock was great for a couple of innings. The Red Sox really will lean on Garrett Crochet to play the role of stopper tomorrow. The offense struck out too many times again today. 13 punch-outs for the Red Sox offense. Their pitchers, starting with Newcomb, did not miss a whole ton of bats. Sean struck out 4 over 4 innings. Weissert had a strikeout. Whitlock had 2. So the Red Sox pitchers strike out 7. Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer. By supporting the Jimmy Fund, that means another $350 to the Jimmy Fund. They are here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. For every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season, Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation. You should, too. It feels like, Will, this lineup, this offense, this club could use a couple that leave the building here on Wednesday.
Yeah, you were just hoping that somehow Bregman turns one around right there and ties this thing up. It's just the big hits. You got to think with the guys in this lineup, they got to start showing up, right? This can't last forever with this many guys struggling. The extra base hits, the big hits with guys in scoring position. This has got to turn around. That off day tomorrow hopefully can act as a reset button, and they can start over on Wednesday, get this thing rolling.
I think it probably does come at a good time. I mean, they have the good at-bats. At the ninth, you might want to get right back in the saddle, but maybe a reset does this offense some good. On the Subaru of New England scoreboard, Martin Perez, 6 no-hit innings, but he was lifted from the game. The White Sox did roll against the Minnesota Twins, who are winless in 4 games. Royals keep the Brewers winless. They beat Milwaukee 11-1 in the Milwaukee home opener with Bob Uecker's autograph on the center field grass. Subaru New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on now. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. More from Baltimore after this. The Sox lose 8-5 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on Helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Survivor 48 is here, and after every episode, dig deep into the show with On Fire, the official Survivor podcast. Listen to On Fire, the official Survivor podcast with me, Jeff Probst, every Wednesday after the show, wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks, the sporty Sentra, or our best-selling Rogue, a consumer guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers, according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.39 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/31/25.
Here for good.
Hey, it's Lou. Spring in for cheap chicken. All this week at Shaw's and Star Market. Yep, you can pick up hot-to-go, hand-breaded, 8-piece fried, grilled, or roasted to perfection chicken. On sale all week for $6.99 each. Our delicious cheap chicken is prepared in store and guaranteed hot, like the ready-to-go 30-ounce rotisserie chicken. So good. And all just $6.99 each. If you're short on time, order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Pick up cheap chicken today at Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's the 1-0. Ground ball off of his foot. It's been that kind of day. Into the outfield, and 2 runs will score for the O's. Rafaela is going to throw home, but standing on the plate is Mateo. It's a 2-run Plinko single for Cedric Mullins, and Baltimore leads it 7-3. Now, that was sort of an unlucky bottom of the 8th inning, but the Orioles allowed contact all day long, and they beat the Red Sox 8-5. That was the play of the game, brought to you by McFarland Energy. Upgrade your air conditioning system before the summer rush at McFarlandEnergy.com. We'll take one more quick break, come back and set the scene for Garrett Crochet in his second Red Sox start. That'll be Wednesday evening here at 6:35. One more bit of business to do from Camden Yards right after this. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders, and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Survivor 48 is here, and alongside it, we're bringing you a brand new season of On Fire, the only official Survivor podcast. If you're a Survivor superfan, you won't want to miss this deep dive into every episode where we break down how we designed the game, the biggest moves, your burning questions. It's the only podcast that gives you inside access to Survivor that nobody else can. Listen to On Fire, the official Survivor podcast with me, Jeff Probst, every Wednesday after the show, wherever you get your podcasts.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, cool,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
For over 70 years, you can count on it. Join the Candy Crush All-Stars Tournament now. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Make it to the live final for your chance to win a share of $1 million. Play Candy Crush now. Get your game on, go play. Selected level 5 plus 18 plus. In-game event ends 0300 EDT 27 April. Win the in-game event. Receive an invite to the live contest in June in California. Requires U.S. travel. For terms and conditions, visit 2.game.com/terms.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Join the Candy Crush All-Stars tournament now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
Make it to the live final for your chance to win a share of $1 million. Play Candy Crush now.
Get your game on, go play.
Selected level 5 plus 18 plus. In-game event ends 0300 EDT 27 April. Win the in-game event. Receive an invite to the live contest in June in California. Requires U.S. travel. For terms and conditions, visit 2.game.com/terms.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Frustrating day for the Red Sox. 8-5 is the final score on the O's. Opening day here at Camden Yards. A late rally fell short yet again. Back at you Wednesday, 6:35 first pitch. That'll be thrown by the Orioles right-hander Zach Eflin, but then Will Middlebrooks, Garrett Crochet takes the ball, and the first time that you'd really like him to play the role of stopper.
Yeah, and this early in the season, you didn't think you'd have to say, hey, Garrett, I need 7 scoreless. But, man, do they. Take a little pressure off this offense to go out there, do their thing. Hopefully this day off can just reset some guys, and they can get going.
There are too many good hitters in this offense to be as cold as they are. Red Sox in business, 6:35 on Wednesday back here in Baltimore. That means you can turn into the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show Wednesday at 5:35. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. For Will Middlebrooks, Will Fleming saying so long from Camden Yards. We'll talk to you Wednesday night on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You have been listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. You have been listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Mass Mutual. Insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
And it's gone!
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Long gone into the monster seats.
Morgan & Morgan. America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Look at him, he got him!
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back! Grand Slam!
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone! Into the bullpen!
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
This ball is crushed and it is gone.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Grand slam home run.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth. And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
I'm Jordan Robinson, host of the new podcast, The Women's Hoop Show. Each episode, I'll be joined by a rotating group of women's basketball experts to talk WNBA, college hoops, the new Unrivaled League, and the shifting landscape of the sport. The game is growing, and so are we. Listen to and follow The Women's Hoop Show and Odyssey podcast, available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Mark, the owners of Reliable Fence, New England's leading fencing company.
We're a family-owned business that has delivered unbeatable value for over 70 years. Gramps thought that if he gave the best customer service with the best fence product, people would notice. And they have, with a 4.7-star Google rating from over 650 reviews.
That's right, Mike. Our high-quality fences protect and beautify your property, and always at a fair price. Plus, our dedicated year-round staff is always here for all your needs.
And right now, you can save big with our annual Spring Into Savings sale, where you'll save 20%.
If you've been thinking about getting a new fence or replacing an old one, now's the perfect time to take advantage of our awesome Spring Into Savings sale and save 20%.
Just go to reliablefencing.com. That's reliable, FENCING.com for the best fence around.
This is Dale.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Join the Candy Crush All-Stars tournament now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
Make it to the live final for your chance to win a share of $1 million. Play Candy Crush now.
Get your game on, go play.
Selected level 5 plus 18 plus. In-game event ends 0300 EDT 27 April. Win the in-game event. Receive an invite to the live contest in June in California. Requires U.S. travel. For terms and conditions, visit 2.game.com/terms.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
I'm Jordan Robinson, host of the new podcast, The Women's Hoop Show. Each episode, I'll be joined by a rotating group of women's basketball experts to talk WNBA, college hoops, the new Unrivaled League, and the shifting landscape of the sport. The game is growing, and so are we. Listen to and follow the Women's Hoop Show and Odyssey podcast, available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
There's feelings, and then there's the facts. If you're feeling like your finance team is bogged down in mundane, manual tasks, the fact is, you need Ramp. Ramp is the corporate card that makes the expense process fast and easy. The moment your team makes a purchase, Ramp handles everything. Receipt collection and approvals, the works. With Ramp, you can cut your month-end close from 5 days to 1, customize approval workflows, and get complete control over every transaction. Facts. Over 25,000 businesses trust Ramp, including Shopify and the Boys and Girls Club of America, which is why they were just named #1 in spend management by G2. Facts. Start using Ramp and you'll have more time to spend scaling your business. And that'll feel really good. Upgrade to Ramp for free today and get $250 at ramp.com/radio. Ramp.com/radio. That's RAMP.com/radio.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
8-5-0s, 2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. Should end it. Third baseman Arias is there, backpedaling. He made the play. And the game is over for the second straight day. Bregman comes to the plate with a chance in the ninth and does not do it. Of course, he had to be feeling blood coming out of his nose at the plate in that spot. 8-5, the Red Sox rally, but they do fall short in Baltimore. And they are now 1-4 to start the season.
This is WEEI Afternoons
with Andy Hart, Nick Fitzy-Stevens,
and 3-time Super Bowl champion Ted Johnson on WEEI.
Welcome into WEEI Afternoons for the most abbreviated radio show you may ever hear. Andy Hart, Nick Fitzy-Stevens. Red Sox lose 8-5. If you're a regular listener to WEEI Afternoons, you know this is time for Odds and Ends. And Odds and Ends is brought to you by Cars for Kids, your trusted charity for car donations. Also accepts donations of boats, RVs, motorcycles, and real estate. Call today, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Usually we do that when we're kind of running out the clock on a long 4 hours, but not today, Fitzy. Today, we have this little morsel of a show, although I did pound a Lucky Energy just to make sure I had the energy to get through this.
The stamina
this
to get through
yeah.
all 6 minutes of this veritable interstitial of
Best
a radio
6 minutes
show.
of my life.
Yeah, we don't even get to do 7 minutes at heaven. This is eat a bag of 6 right here. The old eat a bag of 6. And you know who's eating a bag of 6 right now, Andy?
Rhymes with Devers?
Oh my God. Is this not, considering how excited we were last week and how we have been pumping the tires of this team and how we were looking forward to the starting, the energy was different vibes, excitement, clutch, better defense. They're going to hit, they're going to pitch. Is it me, or does it feel like the malaise and the giant fart cloud surrounding Rafael Devers right now is dragging this entire operation down?
Well, it is Devers. He's leading the charge when you have struck out, I believe it's 15 times in 19 at-bats now. Borderline ridiculous.
Sorry.
I actually turned to my wife and I said, even the Little League kid who bats 11th doesn't strike out that often. Every once in a while, he sticks the bat out and the ball accidentally hits it and dribbles towards the infield.
You mean put him in right field, kid? Yeah, no,
yes.
He doesn't.
He makes more contact, more productive at-bats than Devers, who I thought was actually going to have a decent day. He had a nice first at-bat, drew a walk, fouled off a few pitches, but it's not just him. It's all of them. 13 strikeouts again. They strike out double digits every night. Today it was Story, also had 3 strikeouts along with Devers, and it's like everybody in the lineup strikes out a couple times. Casas has struck out, I think, 7 times already this year. They just don't put the ball in play for the most part. And the funny thing is, they've been in all these games. They could have won all these games. Sean Newcomb, Middleborough High School's own, had a tough first inning, a weird first inning, 4 straight hits, then a couple strikeouts and a couple hits to get 4 runs on the board. But the Red Sox clawed back in. It was a 4-3 game forever. Then Slayton gives up 4 runs, and it was kind of out of reach. I will say, if we're going to put lipstick on this pig that it is so far, and not the pig that Papelbon's talking about, that's a different pig that we'll probably get into in a longer WEEI Afternoons program. But if you're going to put lipstick on this pig, they showed a little fight, right? They put a couple guys on, scored in the 9th inning, but
too little, too late, and this baseball team, we got basically a day off today. Boy, do they need a day off tomorrow. They need to recalibrate, figure it out. Raffy needs to, I don't know, do whatever you do in Major League Baseball in 2025 to bust a slump, because he's in a bad way, as my Auntie Lindy used to say, a bad, bad way.
I'm going to tell you right now, what they need to do is have someone, maybe it needs to be St. Bregman, although I got to tell you, the conclave may have to get together tonight and elect a new saint of the 2025 Red Sox team, because he ain't been coming through, and I know he pounded gravel literally when he bashed his face into the infield earlier in the game and probably wasn't feeling too good. Had a couple ringing Camden Yard bells at the end of the game there. But it's either him or someone else. Jaron Duran's off to a fine start as well. The kids, like Abreu's doing great. Obviously, Christian Campbell, more positive than negative. Somebody needs to be the guy that says, everybody, do not think about baseball today. Do not pick up your bat. Do not watch any tape. Do not read any clips. Get off of social media. They either need to get on a boat and do something silly, or go to Fells Point and knock a few Frosties back with a couple of crabs that they can hammer out and enjoy. Go to a Top Golf. I don't care. Get out of your heads, because this team is far too talented to play any stretch of games like this, let alone the start of the season coming off of such a promising and exciting spring.
And I know we're new to the whole Alex Cora weekly interviews, but we will talk to Alex at 2:15 on Wednesday, and let's just say that's going to be an interesting one. That's going to be, I'm not sure this season could have started off much worse for the manager. I know they have one win, so yes, technically it could be worse, but with this Devers situation, I mean, I was watching the TV broadcast on Nesson for a little bit, and they were talking about how Raffy Devers, if it weren't for the torpedo bats, would be the biggest story in all of baseball. That's how
100%,
bad it is.
100%. I mean, go check your timeline. Anyone who just does a cursory check of Twitter, Instagram, whatever, it's all memes of like giant bats for the Yankees and tiny bats for the Red Sox. People laughing out loud at how slow the Sox have started and how hot the Yankees are. It's kind of comical at this point, Andy. And to think, well, I mean, I'm trying to laugh my way through the initial pain, because
to avoid the tears.
It's brutal. I mean, like for us as a station, for us as a show, for us as a fan base, like they are quickly liquidating all of the excitement, enthusiasm, and amnesty that had built up over the last several months, over these couple of days. Now, yes, this is only 1/32 of their season. 5 games does not an entire MLB season make. But it's tough to get off to much worse of a start. You're right. They have been in a bunch of these games, so they could just as easily be 4-1. Here's the trick. They're not.
Well, that's going to do it for WEEI Afternoons on this
Great talking to you, buddy.
dreary Monday afternoon. Red Sox fall to 1-4 on the season. Raffy Devers strikes out 3 more times. We'll be talking about that tomorrow afternoon, 2 to 6. The big guy, Ted Johnson, will be in the house, and he can tell me yet again that don't worry, the Devers thing's going to work out. It's going to be fine. He'll be a fine DH. Plus, we'll talk about Mike Vrabel. He had plenty to say at the NFL owners' meetings today. So join us 2 to 6 tomorrow afternoon for WEEI Afternoons. Have a good night.
See ya.
Afternoons with Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson on WEEI.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at Nissan US.